Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox at gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 516. Woo, 516.
Suck it. We're 150 episodes away from episode 666.
Oh, holy shit.
666.
Are we going to have to plan some kind of satanic ritual?
Yeah, I think we should summon a demon.
Okay. All right, we'll plan for that. And I'm going to bring on our guests in just a moment. We're bringing MedsPeds on. Everyone loves MedsPeds, right?
Everyone loves the meds.
And then...
and Wizards of Cause might come on if he wakes up.
Yeah.
Because he slept through a guest stream before, right?
I think he did. Let me see.
We're worried about him. He might be in La La Land. Or is that Dreamland? Did I make...
Sleepy time.
Yeah.
Sweet sleepy boy time
He's a
land.
sleepy boy. He did sleep through a show though before, so like
he did one time.
That's why I'm suggesting maybe
he did.
Maybe he's dreaming that he's here right now and he's being really entertaining.
I did want to mention really quick here. This is the first month where, to kind of get things moving on Patreon, we'd like the Patreon to get to 4,500, and then we're going to continue to do. As long as the Patreon stays above 4,500, we're going to keep doing 2 private shows a month.
It unlocks another private show.
It unlocks a second private show.
Yeah.
We're already going to do one, but we will definitely do a second one. We just have to get it up to 4,500. Guys, I think we're just around 4,000 right now. So if you're already a patron, you're a $5 one, consider moving it up to the $10 to get all that sweet extra shit like the private or I'm sorry, the post shows, the extra private show, the movie review. The $10 spot is when you get all the extra awesome shit.
Yeah.
And we're planning on adding even more like behind the scenes shit that you'll see as well.
The $5 spot is like having like a girlfriend, right? The $10 spot is having a slutty girlfriend.
Oh.
She gives it up. She gives it up.
Interesting.
Let us be your girlfriend.
Your slutty girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Last show was 24 hours.
Fuck yeah, and I got sick. I have a mild cold
You have
cough.
Herpesiphylitis?
I have gonorrhea.
Well, is that why you got the ad on Wizard of Causes
No.
channel?
Actually, though, I did want to mention I caught, I think it was Onision's airborne AIDS that he has.
Oh, when I hung out with Onision at the go-kart night, he was sick that night.
He's such an overachiever that he got airborne AIDS. What is your opinion on how the shutdown affects those with disabilities? You know what? We'll answer all of those after the end of this segment, I promise.
And more.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I'll bring Meds on. I don't think Wizard of Cause has shown up yet.
Damn.
And then we'll move on with the show.
Move on. Yeah, I was hanging out with Onision right before Christmas, and he was sick. And I kind of got a little bit of that. I caught a little bit of that. Not a lot, but I caught a little bit of that then. But Eugene was sick for the 24-hour
Yeah,
show.
we thought it was his weed allergy, which, people just really don't believe weed allergies exist.
Yeah. It might not have helped.
I don't know why. For whatever reason, the Discord live chat isn't showing up, and I'm fucking with that too.
Did it get moved up? Because I see like a little bit of...
No, that's
Something
always
there
yeah,
at the
that's
top?
always
Okay.
there. I'm trying to refresh it. Hold on, I'm going to test it really quick. Test. Well, apparently I'm going to have to fix that too.
Nothing.
Let me bring MedsPeds on, and you guys can shoot the shit.
I would love that because right now everything's falling apart. Ben has the walking herpesiphylitis.
I caught it from Onision.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get sick, so I'm over here holding my breath. It's the 5th anniversary.
It really is.
The
Actually,
first
today
episode
is the 5-year anniversary of Drunken Peasants.
Wow.
Officially.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Hey,
No
everyone.
bullshit.
Hi, Meds.
What's up? Can you see me? Because I can't see you.
Yeah. Everything will be working in
Okay.
just a
We'll
moment.
see you momentarily.
I do now.
So somebody could have had like sex during the very first episode, and the baby would be like 4 years,
Huh?
3 months old right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
There's a lot of people that I've met over the years that are like, I started watching DP my freshman year of high school, and now I'm in college.
Wow.
So,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I was already out of college by the time you guys started.
There's a lot of people that I met that were like, I started watching Onision in freshman year of high school.
A lot of people
Yeah,
you met.
and then they're like, and now I'm
A lot
dating
of
him.
children. Oh shit!
That
Said
was
that too early.
that was a joke. Because they're still in high school, right? That's the joke, right? Isn't it fun to make jokes about Onision? No,
I
I'm
I'm
not allowed.
trying to fix this fucking
I'm not
chat
allowed.
bullshit.
So how's your day going, MedsPeds? Because I'm trying not to.
all right.
I'm trying not to get Ben's AIDS that he got from Onision, supposedly.
Airborne
Whoa.
AIDS.
The airborne AIDS.
Airborne AIDS.
Are you
Yep.
sure it
I've
wasn't
heard
like
of that.
fecal borne? Were you guys playing around?
It might
each
have
other's
been
shit?
like when I fucked him in the butt
Yeah.
later on, but I think no, probably not.
Xavier with the extra 5 to congratulate on 5 years. Wow. Love you, bros. No homo. No homo to you too, Chris.
It's telling me for what you know what the widget might actually be down.
Damn.
It's telling me it's having trouble connecting to the Discord client. It was working last night, so I'm not entirely sure why this would be happening right now.
That's heartbreaking because I lean towards that chat during the show. I steal some of my best jokes from them.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually part of the drinking game. Is when you steal a joke from the chat, they drink.
That's funny. See, this is
All
why.
right.
This
I
is
have
why.
drink.
This is why I don't think I actually steal from the chat because I don't even know anything about the drinking game. and it's there all the time. I just
You know what I'm
going
gonna
to
do?
Drink.
I'm gonna go old school with this just for today.
Oh,
I'm going
snap.
to let's see.
Fucking beer is disgusting. It was $6 for 12 of these things.
What are they?
Bud Light Orange. It's disgusting.
Bud Light Orange.
Yeah, but it's $6 for a 12 pack.
Oh, you know
And
what? It's
I
way
didn't.
too
I didn't
small.
even buy them from the store.
It's for the pussies that can't handle lime.
I guess I don't know. Like my friend bought 2 cases, and he's like, "These are disgusting. Do you want to buy the other
Can
case?"
you
And I was like,
resize it,
"Sure, why
Benjamin?
not?" MedsPeds' new third peasant. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I
You know
totally
what?
missed
This
that
just-
last Streamlabs. That was on me.
Yeah, and we'll read them at the end. You know what? I can't even do it old school. It's too small. And I don't know. I'll even post it's called StreamKit. StreamKit.discord.app.com or discordapp.com. It's not working at all for some reason, and I don't know why.
I'll tell you what. That breaks my heart. My heart is broken.
Part of the show is.
I wonder if
missing.
it's just down or something.
Maybe we're being hacked.
Okay. Yeah, someone bypassed our mainframe.
Everybody, we're being hacked. We know who the usual suspects could be. It could be Vorn Helton.
Yeah,
Could be
he's
Tommy
a master hacker.
Sodomizer.
You know what, though? Von Helton, he doesn't even need another computer to hack your computer. He can just use witchcraft.
Yeah, he just uses
That's
the
true.
space where his teeth used to be.
You can hold up some sort of like special stone and wave it at you, and everything just breaks.
Stone.
You know what's really weird? I follow Wizard of Cause. I was going to wait till he was here to talk about this, but he's not here, so whatever. I follow him on Twitch. I watch some of his Twitch streams, and every fucking time I go to his video, you know how sometimes an ad plays
I started
before.
watching at episode 78 because Pistol was on. Was a big Tech Syndicate fan. Pistol is garbage. I thought Logan would come on, but he never did. Instead we got Pistol's boring ass. But hey, I am still watching.
Hey.
Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. It's funny because Pistol came on because she was a friend of mine. Like, I knew her pretty well, and I didn't know. I don't know Logan at all. You know, and I actually think he lives around here too.
Darkside Phil lives around here. Somebody
Yeah.
tagged him on Twitter today, like,
Yeah.
go play games with the
Yeah,
Drunken Peasants
I'd like
boys."
him to. Anyway, though, back to my story. Every time I go to Wizard of Cause's Twitch stream, there's an ad about HPV that pops up. And I actually, I told people about it the first time, and then they were just kind of like, haha, that's funny. Like maybe they thought I was just making a joke. The last time I got a screenshot of it. So here it is.
HPV.
HPV can also cause certain diseases and cancer in men. And you can see down at the bottom, it says, say something in Wizard of Cause's chat.
I didn't know that. I thought it only did that to women. See, it taught me something.
Yeah, no, HPV
Wow.
can fuck up your jaw. Like, and a guy from eating a vagina, he can get jaw cancer, like mouth
Sounds
cancer.
wonderful.
Throat cancer.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Wow.
Val Kilmer.
No. Stop naming them because you don't know who I'm thinking of.
I
You're
don't.
just going to keep throwing
A lot
me
of
off.
people.
Uh huh.
No. The guy that was married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
He had throat cancer, and he said it was probably from eating too much pussy in his lifetime.
I had a
pussy.
lesbian friend get a yeast infection that way in her throat. I thought that was kind of funny.
In her throat? What'd
Like,
she do? Cough
her
up
throat.
loaves
She
of
gotta-
bread?
I was like, you got to use that fucking like, I don't know, saran wrap next time when you go down on those bitches.
They have those dental dams that are like saran wrap. I don't know. I don't know.
I can imagine like coughing up yeast. Like, I don't know how that would work. I didn't
Yeah.
know that could happen.
I don't even use napkins
You
when
need
I eat barbecue.
Seroquel. Seroquel will help you get
Seroquel?
rid of that.
Vitamin B17.
But yes, cyanide will kill it.
I
And
love,
you.
I love that you're drinking Bud Light Orange.
It was $6 for 12 of them.
I know, right?
I'm not gonna pass that.
Was it on clearance?
I don't know. Like I said, my friend bought like 2 cases of it, and he drank 1 case. He's like, I can't stand it. Do you want the other one? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. It's cheap.
Wow. Yeah,
So.
Bud Light Orange is for the people that, lime is just a little too heavy. Like, I can't handle that lime. I need that Bud Light Orange.
Like Blue Moon with orange in it's fine,
Yeah.
but this is just this is just gross.
Blue Moon's
Anything
great
I mean, I'll
Bud.
suffer.
Anything Bud, period.
Like, I'm drinking Bud Light Lime because I'm a trash man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
You were drinking those hurricanes before. I
yeah.
had never drank a hurricane in my life before you gave me one. I did get super trashed off that shit.
They were nuts. I was like,
If you ever come to New Orleans, you have to get a hand grenade. Those things will fuck you up.
That's
pretty
like
strong.
a mixed drink. Yeah, I've had one of those before.
But they're pretty strong, though. Like, one of them had me falling down.
Yeah. You know what? You're thinking hurricane as in the New Orleans, like, mixed drink hurricane. This was like
y'all talking about something else?
This was a 40 of malt liquor called a hurricane.
yeah, no, this was
This was not as tasty
was it
as
high gravity
as that.
or what was it? Old English high gravity hurricane? Was that what it was?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't Old English and it wasn't
Okay.
high gravity because that's Steel Reserve or
Yeah,
whatever.
okay. They were like $2.50 though for a 40.
I know what
so,
you're talking about.
So I kept getting them when I was down at the old studio.
I became a beer snob at some point. There was a time in my life when I drank, whatever I could afford, And then at some point when I was living in Albuquerque, I tried my first microbrew ever because one of those places opened in my neighborhood. And then it was like, fuck, I can't drink Budweiser anymore. And now Budweiser just tastes like piss water to me.
Yeah. It's pretty gross.
Piss
Like,
tastes
I would
fine
never,
in the heat of the
I would
moment.
never buy this.
Heat of the
But not when you're
moment.
expecting a delicious brew.
Dude,
Yeah, we had one of those bars open up around here, and then all of a sudden they have that whole, like, I guess, scene of people now who
Hipsters.
don't want to drink the other. Yeah, the hipsters pretty much. They all have the beards and everything, but it wasn't like that before. We'd all drink, Mad Dog and all that kind of shit. But now everybody's high class because they have the fancy beers you can drink.
Yeah. So then they wear skinny jeans, they wear flannels, they have beards, they have fucking man buns, ironic glasses that they don't even fucking need.
Their whole musical taste changes. They listen to Iron and Wine now, and it's like, okay, whatever, dude.
Are they wearing Chuck
Carry on.
Taylors too? What the fuck?
they talk
so.
about
They cuff their
microbrews.
jeans.
They talk about microbrews while drinking the tall boys because the tall boys are cheaper, and they poses.
So we actually have a troll or not a troll, and I'm going to do that now.
Oh,
Throwback.
All right, here it is. Troll or not a troll?
all right.
My father always warned me. He said, Peter, if you show the Bigfoot head, it's going to cause problems in your life, and it has. And he also warned me that if the government knows about it, they're going to come and...
Oh, you know what? Before we get into this, I was watching a guy last night that said shit that made me think, like, normally I would say he's a troll, but because he was a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, I knew that he wasn't a troll. And he was complaining about how people, he was projecting. He was like, you know what? I hope someday we'll come up with a new type of shoe fastening technology that's better than laces, because when you wear shoes without laces, everyone thinks you're retarded and you can't tie a shoe.
I got Velcro on right now.
That's what happened. He fucking went to school with Velcro shoes when he was like 17 and everyone laughed at him.
I have Velcro lace hybrid though.
I've got like the boots that
Fake
zip
laces.
up. That's what I'm rocking. But they also have strings, but I think they're just for like decoration because you just zip
They're
them
going
up.
to take it
I don't know.
away, that there's going to be a huge government cover-up because they don't want people to know the truth about Bigfoot. And I'm going to say this, I want to be perfectly clear that
It looks like a big thing of shit, like a big like shit nugget.
It looks like a turd with fucking it's grown mold and hair.
Fossilized
most of
dinosaur
the people
dung.
that have been giving me shit are Sasquatch and Bigfoot researchers that are jealous. You're a bunch of wannabes. I have proof here, and it pisses you off. And I understand this, but really, get a life. This is what you wanted. You wanted proof of Bigfoot. I have it. I have it. Now, a couple things about the Bigfoot is its size, and it's very big.
Is there a
It
digital
It's
After
big.
Effects on here that makes the video look grainy?
It's like a 90s filter,
I feel
intentionally
like
shitty.
I
feel
think
like
it
there's
might just be poor quality. Maybe it was downloaded and
I mean,
changed to a different
I
format
feel
and
like there's an After
re-uploaded.
Effect here, and that's the only thing that's leaning me towards troll is if they put a fucking After
I
Effect
don't think
on
so.
it.
I don't think it's that. Sometimes when I download videos, it downloads them at a lower quality, and that's probably what this
Like,
is.
I feel like this guy's dad had the Bigfoot head, and
I think you're digging a little too deep.
oh no, man.
And in relationship to its feet aren't any bigger than like human feet are to a human. Do you understand? They're not like clown feet, okay? But they're big compared to a human's feet. They're like this fucking wide. And like, you know, like they're big. They're big feet. That's why they're called Bigfoot. Now, as far as length goes, the head itself is like 28 inches long. You're looking at
This dude just measuring this shit.
18 inches wide, something like that. 18 inches, something like that. And its weight, we just weighed it, and it weighs 118.5. So if you figure it lost a half a gallon of water during the freezing for 65 years, figure another 4 pounds, it would weigh over 120 pounds.
It's not an after effect.
Now,
it's
for some
snow.
of you all that have said, you know, why hasn't it been shown for exactly what I was talking about? Like, my dad feared that there would be problems.
Because your
And
dad
he warned me about
was
this, and there have
bullshitting
been
you
a
with the
lot of
fucking head.
problems.
When you were a
So
little kid, he got an art project
that's
and
the
wanted to make
reason
you
why it
think
wasn't
that
shown for
Bigfoot was real, and you're fucking 50 years old now, trying to expose it, and your dad just had a little fun thing that he taught you when you were a kid, and was never had the heart to tell you that he fucking made that in the backyard out of dog shit and a fucking tree log.
65 years. My father
It looks
did
like
show
it looks like a crushed up bird. Like they took a bird and they crushed it to a ball. That's what I think this is. I don't know why.
It'd be a big ass bird. It'd be like a
Maybe a few turkeys together. Like I don't know.
It
That's
does
just
look
what
like it could
looks
be like a nest of sorts.
to some people.
Turkey nest?
My father was in talks with John DuPont for years, talking about.
Well, I mean, if this was a Bigfoot head, there'd be like a skull inside of it, right?
Yeah, we could do the
I
forensics.
would think so.
And eventually the flesh would decay, and you'd get a giant skull, which is what this should be.
Unless
right?
it was frozen, like it could have been preserved.
Okay, well, whatever. This guy doesn't live in the North Pole.
We don't know that. There's snow
biological.
right now.
Okay, well, if there was a Bigfoot in the North Pole, you'd be able to see it no matter where the fuck it was, because there's no trees up there.
Abominable snowman.
That's something different.
It's the same thing, same
No, it's
genus,
not.
same family,
No, it's not.
same species. Abominable snowman.
They're not
Yeti.
species.
They're
They're
Yeti.
mythical
They're Sasquatch,
creatures.
Yeti, Bigfoot, abominable
Okay,
snowman.
you're already going in. Hold on. Save your bullshit for
It's not
later when you have
bullshit.
to
They're all
defend
the same-
Onision
They're all the
later.
same genius.
You know, stuff and creating products for industries, maybe military applications. This is all fact. It's not physiologically anything like a human, and I'm going to show you why. Something else that I'd like to say is if I hear one more person say, go get DNA testing done, shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
what is in
Troll,
there?
troll,
What is
troll,
in there?
Troll, troll.
What is in that neck, my dude?
Did you hear what he just said, or were you too focused on the
next
neck?
person that says get DNA tested, because you can cover up DNA tests.
No, you can't.
Sure, you can,
Dude, you believe every bullshit conspiracy that your mind
For
can
one,
come up with.
for one, what are they going to put the DNA against? Right?
It's probably the Jews.
Well, first of all, it's either going to have DNA or it's not. If it's fake, it's not going to have DNA,
But
right?
but if the feds come in, they'll
Okay,
intervene. They'll intervene
troll,
and they'll tell you.
troll.
No, not a troll.
And for
Not
you
a troll.
too. And for you
Nope,
too.
Not a troll. Not a troll.
Faggot.
Ben's so mad.
I honestly don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle of that one. I'm leaning towards troll, but he seems kind of crazy where he would believe that shit.
This guy
but
believes.
I don't know.
man. Not a troll.
I've watched his videos before too. Other
So,
ones.
so he does other shit, and it seems trolly too. Or
So you
I
mean to
would
tell me
say.
this guy's got a griffin and a sphinx on deck, and you write it all off as troll? What are his other mythical creatures?
All
that
of
he
his
owns?
videos are about Bigfoot, and they're all ridiculous.
Can we get him on as a guest? I have a lot of
should.
questions about Sasquatch.
oh my god.
Yeah,
I'd
Sasquatch
watch
is
that
like a staple of the Seattle area.
My father told me that he saw a Sasquatch and then he married
Here,
it.
have money humans. This segment, troll or not a troll if this arrives late, reminds me of Christian. They're talking about a being no one knows the species of.
Ha! Good one, God. Thank you. You know what? God's been giving me money the past few days.
Love you, God.
Yep. Thank you, God.
I'm glad to know
Praise
that
Jesus.
all the money that the Christians give to God comes back here to the podcast.
Normally, this is the part where I do the Q&A segment. I guess I could still do it. It's just they won't show up on screen. I've tried everything. I've restarted Discord. I've tried everything that I could try to get this to work. It must just be down right now.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? That seems to always work.
That would
No, I'm
end
joking.
the stream.
That would, I know.
All right. Well, I guess I'll take a couple questions from them anyway. So here it is.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Answered immediately. So we're in the live chat, right?
No, I'm looking at the Discord chat, but I mean we can just do.
From the live, right? I just wanted to open up their live.
Oh yeah, live.
Discord,
Yeah,
so I can
feel free to answer any that you see.
Tech asks, MedsPeds, what you vaping?
I don't know. Like, I found this bag of vape juice in a closet, and I just filled it up with a random one. It was called something stupid, and it just tastes like fruity stuff. So
She's vaping something
There's your
stupid.
answer.
Fruity stuff.
Someone said, "What's the
Pretty
best WrestleMania?" Oh man, that's so hard to choose.
A lot of people say 17.
You know, one that I like. One of my favorites is one that most people don't like.
What one?
4. I like 4. I like it where it was they went into it without a champion.
Yeah, the tournament.
And yeah, they had a tournament. And
your boy won, right?
And they made it seem like Hogan was going to win. From the very beginning, it was like, oh, fuck, Hogan's just going to win and win the title back. Because the title was vacant. Because when Andre beat Hogan, he tried to just sell the belt to the $1 Million Man, and they were like, fuck you, we're just stripping you of the title. So that's why they had the tournament.
Yeah.
So then Hogan and Andre had a rematch, and it ended up, I think it ended up being like a double DQ or something like that. So the final ended up being DiBiase versus Andre, or DiBiase versus Macho Man, and Andre came out and tried to like sabotage the match, but then Hogan came out and fought Andre off, and that distraction caused Macho to get the quick roll up pin. I think it was a roll up pin. It might have been like he used a foreign object and then dropped it. Like Macho was one of those few faces that could use a foreign object and get away with it.
Yeah.
Macho was a better wrestler than Hogan, and if he would have been given the push that Hogan got, he probably could have been at least almost as successful.
I really like WrestleMania 30. The one where Daniel Bryan opened up against Triple H and then got put in the main event with Batista and Orton, and then Undertaker got his first loss against Brock Lesnar. And then we had Cesaro in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. A lot of good matches on that card.
I like the one, whatever the one was where Austin won his first title against
WrestleMania 14?
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
that was
with
really
Mike
good.
Tyson, really good, really good. I like some WrestleManias that aren't good. Like I like the WrestleMania 12 that had 5 matches. It wasn't even that bad. It had the Iron Man match with Brett versus Shawn, and then it had Diesel versus Undertaker.
All right, let's answer other questions before we talk about wrestling for the next hour.
Billy, are you interested in boxing as a means to increase your weight loss? Lots of cardio and ass kicking with no injury to your knees from Mutiny. I could get into boxing, maybe. I'd have to whoop some people's asses. Do you guys have any plans for another meetup near Frisco or L.A.?
We have no plans for any meetups at this point. Where the next one we'll do will probably be in Seattle. But we just have to come up with funding for it because it takes money to get a venue. It's going to be in conjunction with Dick Masterson. Like we've already agreed to it and where we want to have it and everything. It's just it costs money. You got to put money in to get it going. So,
but I do want to have.
Would you ever consider doing like a
or Frisco
Kickstarter or whatever, GoFundMe or something like that to raise up some money?
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to make it look like we're begging. You know.
Yeah.
I guess
it's understandable.
We'd have to see.
What I might do is I might just throw some shows, and then Ben can come as my guest. Because I do rap shows all the time. And if Ben's there, you guys can come hang out with me and Benjamin.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could do those impromptu kind of. I mean, you'd have to plan months in advance to have people to come out for it and shit.
Yeah, but that's what rap shows do. I used to do a lot of rap shows back before I decided I was an old white man.
You are.
I am an old white man now. I used to be a young fat man.
So like all the old school black rappers, not all, but a lot, they got into acting, like LL Cool J and Ice-T and Ice Cube.
Most Def.
Why do they all play cops? It's funny that Ice-T had a song
true.
called Cop Killer, and now he plays a cop on TV.
Fuck the police.
But he's like
fuck 'em.
special victims unit though. He's helping
Right.
out rape victims.
It's just weird though, you know.
Yeah. Well, doesn't Ice Cube do a bunch of like kids movies and shit now?
Ice Cube does, yeah. Yeah.
What was it? Like,
People are
Are We
saying
There Yet? Or
NYC.
some shit?
You know,
yeah. I want to do a New York City movie
Yeah, me
so
too.
bad.
Definitely in the summer and not in the winter.
I'm gonna start doing meetups with people like Pimp Monk does, where he just gets like a house full of weirdos. Except we're not gonna go to that one restaurant that I don't like talking.
Tar Babies?
I don't want to talk about it. We're not gonna go to that restaurant.
That's in Myrtle Beach. I have no desire to go like anywhere southeast at all.
Patreon is being very difficult, but I assure you that you will receive my $50 this month, regardless of the fact that all of Billy's friends are abhorrent pieces of shit.
Thank you. At least I'm worth it.
P.S. Much love.
I'm baiting. He's a big fan of Joe.
No,
right?
he hates Joe.
Oh.
He's literally like canceled his Patreon before, and the reason in the exit survey was Joe.
Really?
Yes. I'm the reason he comes back.
Yeah.
Do you understand this?
No.
Do you understand this?
I don't.
He's not on that often anymore, though. I mean, wasn't the last time he was on before the 24-hour show was like the previous 24-hour show?
It was like month. No. The previous 24-hour show, he tried to
he
crash
did a private
it.
show because y'all did the drinking contest and then he threw up, right?
Right.
I may be getting that wrong.
The
Okay.
Joe thing was fun. Okay, I don't care though. Joe had the funniest line of the 24-hour show when he was in his fucking pajamas on the couch, fucking getting grabby ass with Onision, and then he was like, "Your pedophilia is the best thing about you."
Oh man. Joe came in hot.
What was it? Hephebophilia? Is that the correct word?
Hebophilia.
I don't know how it's pronounced.
Hebophilia.
Hebophilia
it's a weird
is where
word.
you're attracted to Hebrews, right?
Yeah, that's
yes,
it.
Yes. Joe has that.
Yeah.
Because he went to Israel.
He lived in Israel for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And he banged some hot Jews.
Yeah, well, at least one.
At least one.
Tried it out once.
Well, I mean, he went there for a girl. It was one of
How
those
sweet.
love stories.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Time.
All right, time to move on.
All right, thank you guys for your questions, and I hope you got some good answers.
Hold on, there's one question, and I want to answer this. Are there any debates planned? No. The reason is people don't like to talk to people they disagree with. That one debate we had with Kyle Kalinske, Kyle didn't even really want to do it. He told us he didn't like debates. He thought they were pointless. He
Yeah.
thought in the end no one's mind was really changed. So even people who are good at debating, like Kyle Kalinske, don't even like debates.
There's a girl YouTuber that I ran into that's like an anti-fat YouTuber.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Maybe I'll get her on and we'll do a debate.
About what, though?
About fatting around.
It's not good to be fat, though, right?
Bah, whoa. You can't say that.
Then why'd you lose, like, a human being's amount of weight in 1 year?
I tried to hold on as long as possible.
Whatever.
It was getting very hard.
I'm going to interject and actually offer an opinion on this. I think that objectively, it's not good to be morbidly obese, but the treatment of fat people is, I think that's kind of the topic of debate, because a lot of people seem to think, oh, well, their health care shouldn't be considered because they put themselves in that situation. They put burden on the tax dollars, and they kind of think them of a scum of society. Oh,
Yeah.
you're just this person who indulges and you don't give a shit about your health. They kind of put them in the same category as like drug addicts and stuff like that. So, but I mean, the truth is you don't know everyone's story though. Some people really do just have shitty metabolism. Some people, I know people who eat really well and they're still overweight. And I know some people who eat like shit and they have like super fast metabolism.
Sure, that's true, but you can still be the best version of yourself that you can be. Just because nature happens to make you overweight doesn't mean you have to be obese because you have a disadvantage compared to someone who has a good metabolism.
Well, then I think that's it. We're going to have to set this debate up. Ben, you obviously have your side. I have my side. We'll get this girl on your side, and I'll find maybe...
how do I know she's on my side? Fuck you, man.
Because she's anti-fat.
I'm not anti-fat. Just because...
She hates fat people like you do. And then I'll call up like... is it Amberlynn Reed? Is that the girl that does like 7,000 calories a day? And I'll get her to debate the fat side of everything?
Jesus Christ, 7,000 calories. How do you even do that?
Maybe I'll get a feeder.
Cupcakes?
Oh, I've definitely...
Shakes?
I've eaten over 5,000 calories in 5 minutes.
Was that the donut eating contest? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, moving on. Oh, by the way, okay, people are arguing debates are not pointless. Yeah, I know. I fucking know.
But
okay?
Getting
people to do it and possibly look like a fool on a live stream in front of hundreds and thousands of people... they don't want to do that. So it's hard to, and then we get the people.
Go up. Here's hoping for the meetup soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Where do you want the meetup, Vindane?
Let me finish my fucking thought here.
Okay. Okay, Benjamin.
Now I forgot because you always do this shit. You always change the fucking subject.
It was $100 donation.
Was it something to do with the topic of fatness?
Oh, no. It's the debate thing. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, debates are awesome to watch. I love hosting debates. Here's the issue with that, though. Like, you get someone like Dusty Smith. He doesn't want to debate people he disagrees with because he's platforming them. I get that excuse a lot, too. I don't want to platform them. It's like, motherfucker, they already have a platform. Anyway, that's the point I was going to make. Anyway, what was your question?
I was just wondering where Vindane wants us to have our meetup because he's...
I don't know.
He said L.A. or San Francisco, so which one is preferred? Because I would like to go to both cities.
I like San Francisco better.
Yeah, San Francisco's... We could drive to San Fran. It's only 12 hours.
I mean, if you can drive to San Fran, then you can drive... I mean, that extra, 2 hours to get to L.A. isn't really that much.
Should we read off these delicious donations now?
I mean...
We kind of.
I keep trying to move on to the next fucking segment, bro.
You want to go into the next segment, or do you want to read the donations?
Fighting. It's so cute. It's like a couple.
It is. Ben's feeling a little under the weather today, so I have to hold his hand through all this.
Hold my hand. No. Hold my hand.
No.
You're right.
Stay away. You're right. Don't you dare. I'll leave. I will fucking leave. Get over. I don't want your cold.
What? I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy.
I will hold your hand.
Get off my mic.
I will hold the chat's hand. Hold my hand, chat. Be with me in my time of need.
I'm a sweet boy.
And now we just witnessed domestic violence live on the internet.
I'm not getting near that mic. I'm not getting your cold.
You're already breathing the same air as me. All right,
you got another one.
Yeah. I'll read through them. They're coming through like crazy.
I know. It's because I'm here, obviously.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Last night on The Alter Perspective, I had Creamsicle on with me, and Creamsicle was bringing in all kinds of Streamlabs. Yeah. A lot of furries were like creeping out on Creamsicle.
I'm sure they don't mind.
Barry Bluebird, $2. It's time to rock. It is Barry Bluebird. Oh yeah, Barry Bluebird also asked, what's your opinion on how the shutdown affects those with disabilities? It's fucked up.
Wait, were they talking about the government shutdown?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how else to elaborate.
I can answer that question. I work with people with developmental disabilities. That's a state level, and that's done by state through Medicaid, and I'm still working. So everyone still gets they still get their benefits. Like, I haven't missed a day of work. It hasn't affected the funding through my program at all. I wonder, because it's not like I said, it's just federal stuff that's being affected.
Are there any federal programs that assist people with disabilities, though?
Maybe SSI. But I don't think people are not getting their SSI checks because we would definitely be getting call-ins for, like, emergency rental assistance and things like that. But, like, what I do, that's all still in place, and that goes by state. So...
Natural D, $5. I started watching DP on my first year of work 4 years ago. Staying strong still. Thank you, Natural D. Dragon in the West, $2. MedsPeds for third peasant. Barry Bluebird again. Socks with sandals for life. Also, Yeti poo. What?
Probably. I think that was a throwback to the troll or not a troll.
Yeti poo.
Yeti poo. Come be on the podcast, Shadow. Come on.
Streamlabs is being a bitch, not letting you donate again. Fuck them. I hate when they do that. What pieces of shit. That guy should get Puma disc shoes. I don't know what that is, but
The guy who wants a new way to tie his shoes.
yeah, he wants advanced shoe fastening technology. That's what he called it.
It's 2019, man. Why doesn't he have advanced shoe fastening technology?
That's exactly what he said, but he also talked about Sonic the Hedgehog for 25 minutes. Ben, I need you to look over my updated drinking game on Twitter so I can bother people in the chat with it. Billy, you shouldn't lie. Lying is not good. This is why Bullshit Billy is one of the drink prompts. I you know what? I did see it today, and I approve. Go ahead and drink away. What else do we have here? I think I'm going to fail senior year of high school. Have $2. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Thank you, though. I grew up in Michigan, but recently moved to Ohio for a job. It's extremely boring down here other than meth and opiates.
Hell yeah.
What do people do for fun in Ohio? Well, I don't know where you live in Ohio, so it's hard to say. But especially the winter, it's going to be cold and boring. But what did you do in Michigan? How is it even different, honestly?
Wouldn't it be colder since it's more north?
Yeah, I mean, a little marginally. I grew up on the border of Michigan and Ohio, so it was like the same for me.
Yeah.
But
I grew up in Peoria, so it would snow from like December to like February-ish. Didn't like it. I don't miss that.
So yeah, in the winter, there's basically nothing to do but sit inside and wait for it to get warmer. And then when it gets warmer, I mean, the main thing I know that most people would like is the amusement park. That's like the only really fun thing to do in Ohio, unless you're into sports or something like that. Other than that, you just have to kind of meet people in your area and find fun places to go. But there's a reason why people in my hometown mostly just get drunk all the time for fun. That's the only fun thing to do.
Yeah, I know.
That's definitely what people do down here too, and heroin and meth. That's a fun pastime in my town.
Yeah, Juggernaut Demon, $5. Sargon watches a lot of Bigfoot shit for fun. You guys,
thank you.
Yeah, Bigfoot. I mean, Bigfoot's like a tourism thing here in the Pacific Northwest because some of those sightings happened around here.
Yeah, this is his home.
Billy, if I came up to you stressed out and genuinely asked you to put on the glasses and to trust me because it would blow your mind, would you put on the glasses for a moment? Would you try to immediately kick my ass for simply asking you?
I'd put on the glasses.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, but I would do it because they look like they needed it. I would do that for a human in need.
Egghead gave us $1. He said his dad's surgery went well. It was triple bypass. He's being sedated throughout the night. Going to check up on him today. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the well wishes. Thank you, Egghead. Hope everything turns out all right.
I'm glad it went well.
Let's see. Fidel Castro, $3. That degenerate you had on tap last night was a degenerate. I figured as much when you called him a degenerate. Twice. After the revolution spreads through the U.S., they will be given hard labor. Well, at least you're merciful, El Presidente.
Which degenerate are we talking about?
Creamsicle.
Okay. Because Medusa was on as well, right?
Oh, or maybe you meant Animancer, because Animancer was on.
Also a degenerate.
Yeah. God gave us $1. Moving into a college dorm situation tomorrow. Thanks for the good material to listen to while moving. Wish me luck while I do a college. Wow, God, you're younger than me? How the fuck did that happen?
Well, God comes back every once in a while, right? So if God came back in 2000 as predicted,
Every once in a while?
yeah, Jesus came down to earth through the God's.
That was
semen.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah, and then 2,000 years later, he came back, and now he's finally
That's
going
not
to
every
college
once in a while.
2019. Yeah, he's going to college.
Yeah.
He's going to college in 2019 because he's 19 years old because he came back in 2000. He's got about 14.
Wow.
He's about 14
Yeah,
years
listen to
away.
him spew this bullshit.
He's about 14 years away.
All
from
right, that's all
really bad
for now. If you
crucifixion.
send in any other Streamlabs, we will cover them later. Let's just watch this video because Billy keeps talking shit.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Billy the Fridge, and I just got done watching the Nerdcore for Life documentary DVD that Dan...
I loved it when people photoshopped you onto a vagina.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
work
by the
for
way,
that.
That was so funny.
I'm just kidding. We're not going to watch this video. You know what, though? Someone that went to high school with Animancer took one of his senior pictures and sent it to me. You want to see it? There it is, right there.
Really?
No.
I know, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Marry and reproduce. DP Action News.
So I guess Trump is saying, someone asked Trump recently, you know, when do you think the shutdown's going to end? And he was like, months, maybe even a year.
Bullshit.
And now I'm seeing the Trump tards on the internet, especially on Twitter, being like, maybe the shutdown's a good thing. Maybe we should just leave it shut down, save a lot of money.
Yeah, fuck
Seriously.
all those people's jobs.
I'm
They
seeing
don't
people
need to make
argue
money.
this now. I didn't think people could deny the state of reality more. But now at this point, yeah, I mean, they will literally manipulate reality as much as they can to make Trump sound smart.
Do we give him a
You're-
wall? Do we just give him a wall because he threw
He isn't even
threw
going to
fit?
build a wall. He's going to build a fence.
Do we give him the fence because he threw a fit?
President, Senator Schumer came out and said that the meeting from his point of view and Speaker Pelosi's was contentious. He also said, you said in the meeting, this is him quoting you, I just want to check, that the shutdown could go on for months or even a year or longer. Did you say that? And
I
is
did.
that your
I did.
Is that your assessment of where we are?
That. Absolutely, I said that. I don't think it will, but I am prepared, and I think I can speak for Republicans in the House and Republicans in the Senate.
So he's willing to keep the government shut down indefinitely because Congress won't vote to pay for a wall that he said Mexico would pay for. I don't care. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me and say Orange Man bad all you want. This is fucking retarded. It really is.
I feel very strongly about having a safe country, having a border that makes sense without borders. I've said it many times. We don't have a country. I hope it doesn't go on even beyond a few more days. It really could open very quickly. I told them that bring who you want. We have 3 people. You can ideally bring 3, but you can bring 6, you can bring 9, you can bring 12. And they're going to be working over the weekend. I think it may have been somewhat contentious, but I think it was very...
Drop. Shut him down. Open up
shop.
I continue my support not only because of Ben. I do sincerely appreciate your contribution to the show, but please leave your friends under the Porta Johns where you found them. You're my pinwheel. Blackheart.
That's not the real I'm baiting. That's obviously an imposter pretending that he likes you when in reality the real I'm baiting just likes me.
Huh.
No, that's probably
that's
really.
too bad because I was gonna give up all my other friends for I'm baiting, but now that I know that's a fake account, then I guess I'll just hold on to my Joes and my Martin Shkreli.
You wouldn't get rid of them anyway.
Productive, I have to say that. And I think he said that too.
What was the productive part from your point of view, Mr. President? Did the Democrats move at all in your direction on funding of a border
Well, I don't
barrier?
want to get into that because I don't want to put them in a position where they have to justify anything to a lot of the people that they have to make happy. We want to save lives. We want children to be safe. The children are being decimated.
Will someone please think of the children? This is where everyone goes now. The motherfucking virtue signaling anime avatar people that accuse everyone else of being pedophiles it's the same thing. They're virtue signaling. Please think of the children. Just to
they use that anytime they want to silence any sort of art, any
Right.
sort of media. It's just like, oh, the little children. Well, maybe
Right.
their fucking parents should watch what they watch. I don't know. I just think it's
And
ridiculous.
I'm not talking about necessarily children in our country. I'm talking about wonderful children that are coming up from other places, whether it's Honduras or Guatemala or El Salvador or Mexico or other places. And we have
Said
to
that
take
twice.
care of
all places south of the border.
those children also. We can't let them die on the way up. What's happening to women on those caravans, you're not talking about it, but it's horrible what's happening. If they know it's not going to take place because they can't get through because we have a great border wall or fence or barrier, they're not going to come up and you're not going to have the problem. At the same time, they can apply to come into our country legally, like so many people have done. And we need people, Major. We have to have people because we have all these companies coming in. We need great people, but we want them to come in on a merit basis.
How are they going to get in when the immigration people are now working without pay? Like the people that run immigration, the people that oversee the legal immigration right now are not getting funded.
How about this? We make this wall, all right? We make this wall exactly how
not a
Donald
wall.
Trump wants it. We'll make the wall. We'll make the whole fucking wall.
It'll take forever to make.
But in place of every, I don't know, mile of wall, there is a billboard placed in prime government real estate somewhere in a major city across the United States, and all the billboard money goes to pay for the wall, so that the corporations that want advertisement in these prime areas, they pay through here, and it all goes to pay for this fucking wall. It pays for itself. We'll pledge billboard space all throughout the United States of America for every mile of wall built.
I just have you blocked out at this point because when you're like, hey, I have an idea, I'm like, no, this is going to be no.
They have to come in on a merit basis. They can't come in the way they've been coming in for years. I get calls from the great tech companies, and they're saying, we don't allow people at the top of their class at the best schools in the country, we don't allow them to stay in our country. So they end up going back to China and Japan and so many other countries all over the world, and we don't keep them. They get educated at our finest schools, and then we don't allow them through a various set of circumstances to have any guarantees of staying. So we lose out on great minds. We can't do that. We have companies that if we don't change that, and we're working on that, and we discuss that with the Democrats, and I think they agree. We're working on that. But we don't want to lose our great companies because we have a ridiculous policy that we won't accept smart people. So call it politically correct or not. But we have to let these great, brilliant companies have the smartest people in the world. Yes, ma'am. Hold it one at a time, please.
He says a whole bunch, but never actually says anything at all. It's really weird.
Mr. President, why not reopen the government to create more space to have that broader conversation
Well, we
about
think it can go very
immigration
quickly.
reform?
No, we won't be opening until it's solved. We think this is a much bigger problem. The border is a much more dangerous problem. It's a much bigger problem. It's a problem of national security. It's a problem of terrorists. You know, I talk about human traffickers. I talk about drugs. I talk about gangs. But a lot of people don't say we have terrorists coming through the southern border because they find that's probably the easiest place to come through. They drive right in and they make a left. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
When have we had a terrorist attack by a Mexican? When was that? When was that?
He's trying to say there's people coming from the Middle East through Mexico.
Yeah.
And then sneaking across the border. I don't believe any of the 9/11 hijackers came in that way.
Yeah.
And wouldn't Canada be easier?
No, not necessarily. The border's way longer with Canada, but I guess it depends on where they cross
They don't want to
over.
go there. Too cold.
Do that. We won't be doing pieces. We won't be doing it in drips and drabs. And I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of people over the last week and a half. I've been right in this magnificent structure right behind you. It's called the White House. And
He always throws in that shit. It's like, yeah, we know it's fucking called the White House.
It's called the White House.
He He keeps talking about how the wall's going to be beautiful, too. You know what? The wall's going to be made out of steel. I know I said concrete before, but it's going to be steel because steel is stronger than concrete. And it's going to be more beautiful. And we got to be able to see through it so we can see who's on the other side of it.
I was here on Christmas, and I was here. My family was in Florida. I said, go to Florida. And I didn't even find it to be a lonely place. There's something very special about the White House. But I was here Christmas. I was here on New Year's Eve. And I will tell you, the people that I've spoken with, and I've gotten to meet a lot of people that I wouldn't have met. A lot of people have been coming through the White House and explaining different things and different attitudes. A lot of people that you think are upset, and certainly they're not thrilled, but they say, sir, do the right thing. We need border security. And these are people that won't be getting paid. Border Patrol yesterday was saying, sir, we're affected by it. Do what's right. It's time. This is after many, many decades. Many, many decades.
Oh, look who decided to join us.
I was going to say that like it was like a minute ago. I didn't want to interrupt our dear president.
El Presidente.
I couldn't dare interrupt such stately diatribes.
It's Mr. Nicholas Gers.
Hello, Nick.
Aloha.
You know, every time Ben goes to your Twitch stream, he gets an advertisement for HPV medicine.
It's not even medicine.
Listen, I'm not saying that's not a coincidence.
Look at
but I'm
this.
also
Look at
not
this.
Saying it is.
I took a screenshot the last time I was there. It says HPV can also cause certain diseases and cancer in men. And then at the bottom it says, say something in Wizard of Causes chat.
Then, well, you know, that sounds like a public service announcement that, like, my Twitch chat could stand to hear. Then, so, I mean, I find it shameful that, like, you don't let the rest of them know. Like, you know, you can get sick just being here.
Do you get a cut of that HPV money? Like
that sweet HPV cash.
When you bring a new HPV patient into them, do you get like a bonus, signing bonus?
Listen, I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
With so it's like
the
candid.
CDC, with the CDC on this one. Okay, yeah. So it's, you know, I mean, granted though, I mean, here's the thing, you got to have sex to catch HPV, and I'm wondering if Twitch is the ideal place to be advertising that.
Well, I thought
Bunch
maybe
of
you broke the deal
14-year-old
with your
horny
stream.
virgins.
Yeah, it's like you just got like, you know, you got like the PewDiePie 9-year-olds like, what's HPV and how do I get it? Like, well,
that sounds fun.
Bad decision making in college will help.
Yeah, HPV
But
is DLC content with college.
I mean, these days it's like what, 1 in 3. So like HPV is sort of like proving it's like, no man, I ain't a virgin. Check it, I got tested.
One of us has HPV right now on this panel.
I mean, it's just statistics, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I mean, given the nature of this show, I'd say more maybe like 2 or 3.
We probably all have HPV.
Yeah.
HPV is genital warts.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, it's
causes,
a little more than that.
Well, it causes
Can it
genital
lead to
warts.
like cervical cancer too?
Yes,
I think
it can. It's the human papilloma virus.
Because I thought genital warts was herpes.
No, herpes is sores. Dude,
and there's
you
like,
did not
there's
pay
like
attention in health
thousands-
class.
I didn't go to health class.
Well, there you go.
You think they would have told me something? I would have been able to learn life lessons?
Yeah.
Well, I should have gone. I was hanging out.
HPV is a papilloma virus that causes genital warts, and herpes causes like sores. So, yeah, that's the difference. You've been educated.
There's a
today.
lot of people in chat that have HPV, and they're saying they've never had warts.
Sure. It doesn't always happen, but some people get them, and they have to have them cut off.
Because I heard HPV was like, it went undetected until there was
you
cancer.
say I heard this all the time, and it ends up being bullshit. So I don't care what you heard.
Look, Ben, shush. Listen, if we get away from the "this is what I heard" narrative,
That's
then all
everything
of a sudden, we're not going to have any more
says.
HPV.
Everything Billy fucking
And then
says
I'm not going
starts off
to
with I
get any
heard.
ads on my Twitch channel. How about that? So why don't you stop trying to educate the public and let my ads just run?
It says the ads support Twitch anyway.
Many people with HPV don't develop any symptoms but can still infect others through sexual contact. Symptoms may include warts on the genitals or surrounding skin.
Yes.
People
Herpes
may
has nothing to do with
experience
warts.
Itching or warts.
Herpes is like sores.
Yeah, but there's like over like I think there's like 1,000 different strains of HPV too, and like half of them just never show up on tests and then disappear, and then the other like portion just give you cancer.
And there's vaccines.
It's a bit of a crapshoot.
There's vaccines for HPV, but it's only for women too. So
High risk HPV doesn't have symptoms.
Sure, that's why it's high risk, because you don't know you have it. Anyway,
penile cancer or cancer of the penis might show symptoms like changes in color or thickness of skin of your penis.
There you go.
So if you get a thick purple dick, you probably have HPV.
Yeah, Twitch. I'd appreciate it if Twitch would actually add this in with the ads. Like before you view this broadcast, did you know? Like you may or may not get.
Thank you for what you do.
Oh, thank you. I'm baiting. Wow, met our goal already. We're only like 30 minutes into the stream. Check this out.
Shut up.
The U.S. Army and British Army are now using new tactics to recruit millennials specifically with new targeted ad campaigns. Check this out.
Fox News, of course.
The British Army.
Look at this. These are ads from the British Army.
Binge gamers.
Binge gamers. Phone zombies. Me, millennials. I don't know what that means. But.
And your self-belief.
Because we're all selfish and all we care about is ourselves. I
Making
think
a
that's what that
hard
means.
pitch to millennials with a...
I'm sorry. I just got like finished watching Man in the High Castle, and I like look at these, and I'm like, yes, the Reich is very. I mean, your country is proud of you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Me, millennials.
That's who you want in the army, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like it. I was watching Donut Operator the other day, and he was giving out some solid advice for basic training. Like, just make sure to speak your mind. You know, if drill sergeant says something you don't like it, make sure you let them know they respect that.
Yeah.
At this point. Well, I've heard like in basic, like they let them have cell phones and shit now too. I don't know how like accurate that is.
My cousin joined the Air Force a little bit over a year ago, and he would post selfies. So I guess it's just at nighttime, maybe? I don't know.
New ad campaign, including posters like these, targeting me millennials, binge gamers, phone zombies, and snowflakes. Their message, your army needs you. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., the New York Times publishing this headline, the Army in need of recruits turns focus to liberal-leaning cities. So we asked the question, is it hard to get the modern millennial to fight for their country? Joining us to respond, retired...
First of all, that term fight for your country is such bullshit.
Exactly.
I mean...
Fight for your social well-being.
My like I just said, my cousin is in the Air Force, and he washes planes in New Mexico, so he ain't fighting shit.
Right. And even when they do go to fight, they're fighting for select people in the country and their interest. I mean,
no,
it's all a money game.
No, I mean, like, granted, yeah, when you get sent off to war, you're not going off to defend your country many times these days at all. But I mean, you can't say, like, when they signed up, I was in the Army, and I'll say there were a lot of people who genuinely believed they were going to march off to Iraq to defend America from Islamic fascism.
Right? That's what gets you to sign up.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the reality of the situation when we had a vice president that was the CEO of Halliburton, a war profiteering company.
Yeah.
I mean...
You wouldn't have to be referring to Dick Cheney.
Yeah, and then during that
Are you
period,
saying that you hate capitalism, Ben?
And then during
I'm feeling some anti-Americanism here.
During that period, we got locked into two of the longest wars we've ever been into as a nation, too.
That we're still in.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. They are the longest wars we've ever been in, longer than any others.
If they were a person, we would all be able to legally fuck them at this point. That's how old those wars are.
Onision especially.
Give me the 7-day war.
I gotta say, this guy who's about to go into it, even though he's like surrounded by a bunch of kitschy shit behind him. Again, this is screaming Man in the High Castle to me. This is like, yes, tell me that the Fiora needs me. I need to hear that.
Hey,
I need the motivation.
By the way, since we brought him up, Nick, did you hear that Onision just randomly followed Memory Holiday?
That's pretty creepy. I think memory ought to consider maybe getting a gun.
Oh no!
He followed Eye Candy, which is a friend of ours that we met at PAX, and Memory Holiday.
Well, I caught a bit of your New Year's stream, and honestly, he showed up in the suit and he was like looking, he was trying to like sit there all boss on his phone, like, oh yeah, no, I'm here with you, I'm here, hold on.
He was looking up,
and then all of a sudden, and then Joe bursts in and starts grabbing on his grundle, and all of a sudden, like, I tune back in, and he's laid out on the couch, like y'all are his like psychotherapists, like, yeah, it's okay. Greg, it's okay. Just deep breaths, and we need you to get through the whole memory of what happened with Joe. Joe, do you remember?
Oh, he took that the wrong way. Then he took that the wrong way. He was like, I got to get through the memory. Oh, man, dude. Someone needs to warn Jeff.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we need to warn Jeff. I think we just need to let this play out.
Billy's seeing like reality TV dollars in the future. He's like, oh, we just gotta let it play out and follow him around with cameras.
U.S. Marine Corps bomb technician Joey Jones. Joey, thanks for being here this morning. We'll get to these posters, which are patently interesting / absurd. But the deeper issue is patriotism being infused into the younger generation so that they have the spirit to want to put on the camouflage of their country?
No, the answer is no. I mean, think about it, Pete. We enlisted because we sat in high school or just before and watched two towers fall, and we answered a call to our country to go out and defend it. Now we're on our third president that's done a terrible job of inspiring us on the war overseas.
I feel like this guy's part Greyhound.
The lack of a definition of what we're fighting for, or where we're fighting, or who we're fighting, or for how long.
He's part of Whip It, maybe. Yeah, like watch, like he looks taller than he is.
He's 4'11".
Yeah, he's 4'11", but like if you run a rabbit around a track, he'll still just it's instinct at this point. He'll just go after that fucker.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd actually be taller than someone. That'd be great.
How tall are you?
I'm short as 5'2". I'm short as fuck.
Our leaders have done a terrible job telling us and explaining to us why we're at war and why we should enlist and why we should feel pride and go out and fight for this country.
I'll tell you why you should enlist. Don't you get a bunch of guaranteed loans?
I remember a fella in my platoon, and I asked him, like, oh, he was like, he got drummed out of the Marine Corps, and then he joined the Army, and I was like, why do you keep coming back? He's like, because I got sick of like seeing an empty fridge. Yeah. There weren't. I'll say this much, like with my brief experience with the military, there weren't too many people there who, like, let's say, could have gone to college on their parents' dime.
Yeah.
A lot of people like, yeah, no, I need a job, and this looked good. And then there were a bunch of like the younger kids. A lot of times were like Call of Duty nuts. So like, oh, I want to serve my country, and I can't wait to be a ranger sniper. Like, yeah, because your 2 mile run kind of sucks. I know, because I was behind you, but we were going the same speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the military because I want to kill some Nazi zombies because of Call of Duty. That's my plan.
Oh, I mean, 2003, the recruiters, like, you could have showed up at a recruiter's office and be like, yeah, I want to kill Nazi zombies. They'd be like, yeah. Loads of them in Iraq.
One of my good friends is a Nazi zombie, so I don't know.
What a surprise.
Multiple special operators on trial right now today for doing what they believed was what they were being asked to do, to go out and fight and kill terrorists. We have a VA that's completely inept. The military makes promises like college. It's up to the VA to fulfill that promise. Sure. Millennials have access to information, and they see that when the government promises you things to come in and fight for it, it rarely fulfills those promises.
Joey, I mean, this British ad campaign, which we saw the posters, it's phone zombies and snowflakes and binge gamers. They say, we want me millennials. They're seeking them out for their self-belief. Now, last time I checked, service is about self-sacrifice, serving something greater than yourself. How does the self-esteem and self-belief translate into modern service?
Well, we have a generation of Americans that believe they're entitled to go to college, that believe they're entitled to some sort of income equality, that believe they're entitled to a management position. So
I mean,
how dare we want to be able to work a full-time job and live in an apartment? So entitled.
But
They found just the right guy.
Yeah, this guy. Should they feel entitled to have good jobs though?
I mean, I went to college. I should be able to get a good job, which I
You would
do.
hope so.
But
I'll say like the way the way the college messages fucking ram down your throat from the day you like enter kindergarten by everyone around you, and this is why I love it is like because I say you have to go to college if you're gonna want to do anything. You're gonna be at 7-Eleven living in a trailer otherwise, and then you go there or you try to go. And they let you rack up enough loans sometimes before booting you out. So like, oh well, listen, maybe you don't have the degree, but you can sympathize with those who do with all the debt you have, right? And this guy's like, they feel like they're entitled to go to college. Like, you know what? You're right, Opie. We need to just like we need to deny them all college. That way we can have a nice, healthy peasant class. And we can just conscript them at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
and then they won't have a choice.
You walk out of college with a loan the size of like a home loan, only without the home that comes with it. And
then you can't get a good job after because you need experience to get a good job.
Well,
so it's like you're fucked.
Or you went with your passion and it just happened to be something that isn't marketable and doesn't bring a lot of money. I know enough creative writing students. And I know enough, liberal studies or, whatever you want to throw out there.
Yeah, like I have a degree in sociology, which it kind of worked out because I kind of worked with social work. But my first job out of college was $12 an hour.
I have a friend.
Like administrative assistants make more than that, and it required the degree.
Imagine you went in for like mainframe computer programming in like the 90s. They're like, oh yeah, no, like we need these people. We need. By the way, sorry, all the people we needed turned out to be Indian. But 7-Eleven's hiring. I'm sure they'd love your degree.
Oh, they're switching.
Actually, my friend learned the hard way that if you have a degree and then you go for lower paying jobs, they won't hire you because you're overqualified.
Yeah, overqualified.
He moved out. Yeah, he lived down here in Louisiana, and then he moved up to Portland. And he said he was looking for a job for 3 months, and he'd list his full resume with his degree. And after a while, he's like, you know what? Maybe I'll pull off my degree. So when he was applying for those service type jobs, he started getting calls when he took his degree off. Because like I said, they think you're going to work there for 3 weeks and then you're going to get a good job, which you won't, but that's what they think. It's overqualification.
Yeah,
so.
I have a friend who's 48 years old and he has a master's degree in philosophy and he works as a bartender because he makes way more money doing that than he could anything, working in philosophy.
Well, he probably feels better about it because he's got the philosophy degree. That way, like when he reflects on his the totality of his life choices and where he's at, and he asks why, he has an answer.
Yeah,
and he can also win some internet arguments too on Reddit.
Yeah, I'll say this much though for like the younger viewers watching out there now. If you're thinking about going to college but kind of worried about those loans, just don't lie on your resume routinely. No one ever checks unless you're applying to the government or some kind of big institution that requires security clearances and the like. Nobody ever fucking checks. I went to a college here in New Hampshire called St. Anselm. Like I talked my way in the place, and they booted me out after about a couple semesters because I wasn't. My credit rating wasn't good enough to continue the loans. So going into the political field, I just put them down as, I've got a bachelor's in poli-sci, of course I do, and nobody ever checked. And then years later, I checked the website, and I'm listed there as an alumni. So yeah. See, sometimes it pays to just lie to employers that you don't respect.
Speaking of the government, I had a friend that had an electrical engineering degree, and he applied for a job not knowing specifically what it was for, and it ended up being for the NSA. And they gave him a lie detector test, and he lied. He shouldn't have lied about it because he didn't even smoke weed anymore. But they asked him if he had ever smoked weed before, And he lied about it, which they didn't even care if he was still smoking it because they were going to drug test him, or they didn't care if he had smoked it in the past because they were going to drug test him anyway. That they give you that lie detector just to see if you'll lie about stuff. So he failed and didn't get the job with the NSA because he lied about smoking weed when he was in high school.
Yeah. You got to tell the truth about smoking weed. It's when it comes to your educational background, then you just lie, and you do it in the Puss in Boots style, where you tell the lie so many times it eventually becomes truth.
Well, you
Then they
don't
won't
want
know.
to. You don't want to lie if you're applying for a government job, like if they're going to do
Not with the
security
national
testing and stuff.
security.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If
I
you're
mean-
applying to I don't know, be the fucking hostess at Fuddruckers, lie all you want.
Fuddruckers.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like not to don't lie to George W. Bush's dad.
He's dead.
Well, yeah.
Let's move on to the
got
next one here. Check this out. This shit would not fly in the U.S. I have a feeling that this guy would just get the shit beat out of him really bad. But here's some guy throwing punches at a riot cop in Paris because in Paris that shit's still going on. So here it is. He's gonna break his hand on a riot helmet.
Dude.
He's got some good timing. He's got some good timing with those hands.
I feel like look at his nose too. He might actually be a boxer. He's got a boxer nose where it
This
looks
is-
like the bridge of his nose has been broken.
This is
before.
white privilege.
Dude, if this was in the U.S. and he was throwing punches at a bunch of riot cops, all 5 of those cops would all just beat the shit out of that dude.
Oh
Or
yeah,
pepper-
no,
or
that's
tase him.
the one he was throwing on would do it. Like I'm looking at his shield work there, and it looks like they gave him like a piece of Saran wrap with a handle. Oh shit! Like, why are you dropping your guard, dickhead? You can see through that thing.
Do you think maybe this guy's nose broke while he was fighting the cop?
No, it would.
I think this is just
He'd
a
be
very
bleeding
French
everywhere.
thing. No, this is a French. It's a French sort of thing going on here.
This guy has
You
the
know?
face of a boxer. Like his nose has been broken in the past. If you look at a lot of UFC fighters, they have those weird kind of noses too.
The fact that all the cops are backing down from him. This is kind of like amazing to watch.
Yeah, it's
I half
crazy.
expected sunglasses to drop down on his face.
And he just like walked away too. He didn't even get arrested or anything.
He didn't just walk away. He walked towards them like, what? Do something.
He strutted away.
Yeah. Guy could have dropped a stone cold stunner and fucking flipped him off and had a beer bash. This isn't America.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, friends.
Okay. They stop
Gonna
on the
catch
fucking
these
gunshot.
hands.
They end the video on the gunshot. What the hell? That's where the video gets good in America.
Yeah, I mean, how do you say world star in French?
Yeah.
Woodster.
World star.
I have to get JF on here to translate it.
Oh.
You're going to catch these hands.
Lick the legs.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see the JF thing when he was on that? He was on the it was like
Yes,
a white
oh my
supremacist
God.
stream.
I wanted to talk to you guys about that. His new little girlfriend. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Oh, that video.
She was
Oh,
kind of.
God.
I think she was drunk because they were drinking wine and she like just
She
let
was
it all
drunk,
out.
yeah.
She was like, "I miss JF." Yeah, she was
I'm
like,
just
yeah.
so happy with the bus I take to work because he's so short.
I was
said-
either she's wasted or he has a type.
I think she was drinking, but
I mean, she
Shut
definitely was
up!
drinking.
Shut up!
Ben's really good at discourse.
I mean, I'll just say I remember when he was like there was a whole big thing about Lauren Southern, and that was the point in which I'm like, well, if JF's a hot for Lauren Southern, I guess the only nickname for her now is Yukon Gold.
But yeah, it was funny because she said the way she met him was she sent him a message saying she wanted to suck his dick, and that he like called her right after that, and he was like, "I don't remember you being that
I don't
forward."
remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm full of shit.
I don't.
See, the trick is when you get
that
those messages,
forward.
you got to give it a couple days. That way, you look aloof. You know, like, oh, I just caught this. By the way, how are you doing?
Well, the first time she made her way to camera, right? JF was like pushing her away.
That was a different time.
Yeah, it was a different time. And she was coming on. He's like, no, go away. We cannot have you on the stream. There's already rumors that I am with the retarded girl. And he like shoot her
But
away.
then people saw her and they were like, she's Jewish.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. People saw her, like his audience saw her and was like, she's Jewish.
Yeah.
So he had her take a DNA test, right?
Yeah, and the DNA test came back that she wasn't Jewish and she only had a couple extra chromosomes. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal.
I don't think it's going to DNA test tell that.
They probably
Tonight
can't.
is the night I die.
Magnificent, Billy. That was.
But when
I get it. You were saying that she's Basque, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
When they were on that show and she's sitting there telling the story, she's like, "Yes, I said I wanted to suck his dick, and then I sucked his dick so much I lost my job." It was like
she
couldn't even maintain employment.
She said when she started watching JF, she like couldn't pay attention to her job or anything.
Yeah, and she lost her
My
job.
caseworker at Easter Seals was very upset.
Oh my God! All right, I'm moving on.
Oh my God, I know that reference. Easter seals, yes.
Yeah, I remember Easter seals, and they give you that little. They give you like the labels for your envelopes. You know,
Always with the labels.
Yeah.
This is why we can never move forward as a society. All these damn
21-year-old Crystal Whipple is wanted for murder. Police want you to take a
Damn,
good
Crystal.
look at this prior mugshot. Investigators believe this is Whipple leaving Crystal nails, claiming she's getting cash from her car after attempting to pay with a fraudulent credit card. Metro says when workers noticed she was trying to drive off without paying for a manicure, the owner, 51-year-old Nak Win, and her husband chased after her.
A female owner jumped in front of the suspect's vehicle while her husband was
Well, that's a mistake. You should not get in front of their vehicle.
at the back of the car. At
You should
which
not
time
do
the
this.
suspect-
This is a mistake. If they're already in
Fight
their
it.
car getting away, do not get in front of them. This is
trying to wrestle a convertible is not necessarily a great idea.
Right.
accelerated through the parking lot.
Wynn, who also goes by Annie, died at UMC. Metro released this footage along with this interview with Lieutenant Ray Spencer.
It is important that we get this suspect into custody, as the victim's family and this community deserve to have her answer for this horrible crime.
Yeah.
records show Whipple.
Well, I'd say she's fucked. You already know her name. You already know what car she was driving. It's only a matter of
Stolen
time.
vehicle. Possession
Has
of
a-
a stolen vehicle, huh?
2016 conviction for possession of a stolen vehicle. Metro says on Saturday she was driving a stolen car that was later found at a nearby apartment complex.
We are asking the public if you have knowledge of Whipple's whereabouts or you.
I can't believe someone who has stolen cars and shit cares enough about getting their nails done. You know what I mean?
Why? Listen,
Paint
I
them
mean,
yourself. It's not that hard.
listen, she's not exactly a Mensa member to begin with. I'm guessing her like priorities are. Some of us might describe them as a little funny if we were to look at them.
And I mean,
That's
it was
fair, right?
It was free anyways, so why not?
Yeah. Also, she's going to be a new villain introduced on the next season of Gotham.
Not a bad idea,
Hell yeah.
actually. Just like
I've
the
never watched
Material Girl.
Gotham.
That would be her her villainous name.
If you had, you'd
Material
be like,
Girl.
oh yeah,
Material
Dude,
Girl.
speaking of Material Girl, did you see Madonna's weird butt implants?
No, now I want to see those too.
People were freaking out because like there was a picture of
That's
Madonna.
only slightly less depressing than this last story, Ben. Let's bring it up.
Well, before we move on from this story, this girl, like the way she pulled away in that video, there's no way she killed that woman that way, right? So they're cutting out the good part of this video where it gets super fucked up. If this lady died,
That's not the good part.
why I'm saying like
Yeah,
you
she-
know
the
world star moment. Why do we
Right.
have all these cliffhanger videos?
It's more like the faces of death moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the full video we find out it's just like her clutching to the hood for 2.5 miles as she goes down the highway before
my
she
God.
finally shakes her off.
Yeah, like because what that woman did right there in the video, like it wasn't it wasn't good. She was stealing nails, but like at that point in time, if she just drove away like that and then the lady died a couple days later, I'd be like, hold on, what's going on? So she must have done some real vile shit after that camera cut.
He like backed up and then, over a few times. One of those maneuvers.
It's that classic Grand Theft Auto 5 move. Yeah. The whole thing. It's going to be in Grand Theft Auto 6. They're finally going to have a female protagonist, and like your first mission is to run the nail clerk over, and you're way out, and if it's like, oh, you could pay her and then run her over and get your money back.
Fucking right. That's how you do it.
So here's the picture that got people wondering if Madonna got butt implants. Look at that.
What?
I wonder.
She ain't got butt implants. She's wearing adult diapers.
It looks like she has inflatable pants.
This woman has pooped her pants.
She needs to stop trying to be relevant. Like it's over for you. Just retire.
You know what?
Go to an island somewhere and relax.
I think she might actually be transitioning into a camel.
She's trans species.
Might be on the back though.
I'm just wondering if maybe this is out of context. Maybe this is her doing karaoke in a commercial for some Thai product where it's like, take your seat anywhere you want to. It's ready to move but pants. You just it's like, oh, Madonna, no, she's still got a flat 60-something-year-old grandma ass. Don't worry. These are inflatable pants for her to sit comfortably wherever she goes. Do you suffer from hemorrhoids? We won't ask questions.
Am I the only one that wants a three-way now with Madonna and Dolly Parton?
Yes.
Huh.
You are.
I mean, you're probably not the only person, but I don't think there's a lot of
He's
people.
the only person.
Maybe she's auditioning for a live-action
I need to be able to
DuckTales movie.
sleep tonight, so please say he's the only person.
Maybe times are tough at the Madonna
Thank you.
household, and that's all craft services she's trying to sneak out of the building to feed her kids with all the sandwiches she's got rolled up in her butt.
Yeah, Ben, I think you cut yourself off the knees on that whole wanting to sleep thing when you brought this picture up. Because
it's true.
I'm going to be awake for quite a while.
Here's a video. What happens if Trump declares border crisis a national emergency?
President Trump, of course, yesterday confirming that he told Democratic Minority Leader Senator Chuck Schumer that he is prepared to keep the shutdown going for what he claimed or months or even years, though the latter is doubtful.
This is a classic
As he raises
white guy
the possibility of invoking presidential powers to declare a national emergency in order to get that wall built. What are those powers invested in the chief executive, and does the president really have to wait for Congress to fund it, something the Democratic House is refusing to do? Our first guest attended yesterday's Rose Garden news conference. He is Reuters White House correspondent Jeff Mason. And Jeff joins us, as you can see, from the north.
So, I mean, we already kind of talked about this a little bit, but basically he said that he could just declare a national emergency if he wanted to get the funding to build the fence, wall, steel slat barrier.
The temper tantrum. This is
oh my god.
This shit. I honestly part of me gets really happy when I hear this kind of shit though, because this is one of those get what you pay for kind of deals.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. I mean, what was that? There's that clip of him listing off the things in various video clips of the things that he knows more than anyone about, which is apparently everything. He knows more about border security than anybody. Nobody knows more about warfare than Trump. Nobody knows more about. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's we've got so it's a partial government shutdown. I'm wondering, are there libertarian federal employees out there who are really split on the issue? On the one hand, I'm fucking hungry, but on the other hand, the government's not open. Damn it!
All right, we're gonna do kind of
from here.
We're gonna do a lightning round with these. So the next one I wanted to show you guys, we'll just get a few opinions on it. Elizabeth Warren, she says to voters, "I am not a person of color."
Happening now, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren barnstorming the state of Iowa after announcing an exploratory bid for president this week. An Iowa voter confronted Warren just a short time ago over her controversial decision to use a DNA test to prove her claims that she has Native American ancestry. Well, here's Warren's response.
I am not a person of color. I am not a citizen of a tribe. When I first ran for public office, the first time was in 2012, and the Republicans honed in on this part of my history and thought they could make a lot of hay out of it. A lot of racial slurs and a lot of ugly stuff.
No, you told everyone you were like part Native American.
I'm just saying, I'm
For
looking
brownie
forward
points.
I'm looking forward to having a president who looks like she can tell me where the nonfiction section of the library is.
Do you remember when Hillary was running and they did their little campaign stop together and they were wearing the exact same outfit? It was weird.
This is so embarrassing.
No, that was honestly the weirdest part
baby
about
blue? I think it was like baby blue.
Yes, it was. Matching baby blue pantsuits.
I thought they were going to start a
cornflower
twerk
blue.
team.
No, it's cornflower blue. But no, I mean, I find the most amazing part about that the fact that Hillary was actually out campaigning.
I know. One of the 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I love telling the Trumpkins is like they're like, oh, Donald Trump won the election. It's like, no, Hillary Clinton lost the election.
Yeah,
like she was that was a creature of hubris moment. Like, oh, it's in the bag because I'm entitled. Not necessarily on. But now Elizabeth Warren's presidential run is going to be a comedy goldmine.
Mm-hmm.
It will be.
She can't win.
I would still pick her over Trump, though.
I mean, I would pick her over Trump too, but she can't win. She
Probably
can't
not.
beat Trump.
Why is that? Not that I disagree. I just want to know your reasons because I think they're going to be interesting.
Because Trump already has this over her head where he calls her fucking Pocahontas the whole time, and she cannot get over that with him. And
That
he's a
should
bully.
not matter.
It shouldn't, but it does in public opinion. And then everybody who would want to have a little bit of sympathy for her would be like, "Well, fuck, he's got a point. She went around saying she was Native American, and she really wasn't." And that's super embarrassing. You can't have that behind you.
She has like a trace of Native American ancestry.
Howard Dean had "Byaw" and got kicked out. This is worse than "Byaw,"
which is funny because grab him by the pussy is way worse.
You would think, right?
Well, you know, actually,
The thing where he made fun of the reporter, like I
Yeah.
thought that was going to be the end of him, but nope.
Well, I'm kind of in the middle on this one because, like, in terms of like, could she beat Trump? At this point, it really just matters on who can get more people to actually go out and vote. Because the Trump people, they're not changing their minds. And if you run Elizabeth Warren against him, even the people who don't really like Trump, but they're like, well, I fucking hate the libs, they're going to vote against her. But she can campaign like an absolute beast. Like, she can campaign probably better than she can govern, which is probably...
Now I have people arguing that it's not a trace. It's less than a trace. It's like, fuck you, man.
Oh my God. But here's my thing. Is Elizabeth Warren as hated as Hillary Clinton?
No.
Like, I know. So,
No,
that, I
but
mean,
they're
that was
similar.
her problem, is so many people fucking hated Hillary Clinton and they just refused to vote. And she still won the popular vote. But I don't know. That's why I think she might have.
They're
like,
similar.
The
They're
problem
old
with
white
Warren,
ladies.
like we
Yeah,
said, Warren and
but
Hillary had the matching suits.
Yeah, but I mean, with the Clinton Foundation and all the shit with the drone strikes from her phone and stuff like that, I don't know. She just,
No.
I think
Well,
that Hillary Clinton is
Hillary was shitty and shady as can possibly be.
Yeah.
But the real problem she faced, the reason she didn't win, was because she felt so entitled to the office. She literally didn't campaign at all. She just met with donors the entire election, and that's why you look at the lower races in the House and the Senate. And even on the state level, like why Democrats lost so badly that time was because they didn't have a central candidate coming out and saying, vote for me and also this person. And nobody bothered. Elizabeth Warren, she can campaign like a beast. My only worry would be that, like, so you'd have this like blustering buffoon of a moron Trump as an incumbent. And then you'd have grandma, actual grandma, like real, sounds like grandma, looks like grandma. She's gonna show up in shawls and shit, and you half expect her to like tell you to eat your vegetables, and you're like, I don't know if I want this person to be my president. I don't. Grandma tells me what to do all the time.
We're moving on.
I'll eat my vegetables if you put meat on my plate. Put some meat on my plate, Elizabeth Warren.
What kind of meat? Now that you've said it,
I think
I want some pot roast.
No, I mean I didn't mean literally. I mean in the metaphorical manner
I'm
that
saying
you're.
bring something positive to the table, and I'll listen to all your other shit. You got to meet people middle ground. People are hungry right now. People are looking for those jobs. Trump's giving them the idea of jobs, but they're not the jobs. They're not careers. But the numbers are going down. The unemployment's going down because people don't qualify it for it anymore. But the idea is there that there are jobs being created. So bring some meat to the fucking table, and they might eat the vegetables with it. That's what we need. We need somebody who brings the people
she should
up.
do some Bernie shit. Do some populist left talking points.
That's why Hillary never campaigned.
That's because she's not populist. She's establishment.
Yeah, and if she would have campaigned, you would have saw that she was nothing compared to Bernie.
Have you ever seen? I'm sure all you guys have heard of these because they're really popular now. Escape rooms. People go for fun. They're locked in a room. They solve a puzzle. They get to move to the next level.
There's a movie out right now called Escape Room.
Dude, I just saw a fucking crazy story. Check this out. It's crazy.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
Killed in an escape room fire. Pause this really quick. Investigators blamed a gas leak in the heating system for the fire. In the movie Escape Room that came out, that's a horror film, there's a big headline that says 5 die in fire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
In the movie, yeah. And then
this was in Poland.
Yeah, and this came out like right around the same time. Like there's no way the movie could have known this.
That's crazy.
It's super creepy.
The movie could have known this.
Yeah, unless the movie did this to promote the movie, they've started a fire. Prosecutors say carbon monoxide inhalation was the likely cause of the deaths.
I forgot about the movie until this came out. Yeah. So
this is wrong place, wrong time. This is the worst place to be during a fire.
An escape. Oh my God. Our thoughts go to the families of the victims. So far, we know that at 1700, a fire started in one of the escape rooms in Kozlin. There are 5 young victims. We have offered psychological and psychiatric help to their families. Maybe some monetary help?
I'll give you credit. You at least tried to pronounce that. There's a chance you said it wrong.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, because like the letters aren't even, they're not pronounced the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not sure how to say it. I wouldn't have even tried. You're brave. You're a brave man.
Wszyscy tutaj w bólu z rodzinami ofiar. Wiemy, że o 17 był pożar w jednym ze escape roomów w Koszalinie. Jest 5 ofiar, 5 młodych ofiar. Otoczyliśmy
Yes, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Piotr Jelinski, the mayor of
15.
Kosovo. Each girl was 15 years old. The escape room game. But the movie Escape Room literally says 5 died in a fire in the movie, and it's like this happens now, and it's creepy. I don't know how long Escape Room's been out for, but
I'm not too keen on being locked in rooms in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always did kind of sound fun for me though, because I like puzzle solving.
15-year-old
I
girls
like the idea, but I don't like the idea of being
Was it
locked in a place.
Onision's
15-year-old
basement?
girls locked in a basement?
Was it Onision's basement?
Oh no!
Was there a fire?
Not my friend.
Did Greg move to Poland?
Onision's basement.
It was a nice friend. Come on.
Yeah, it's like he's been diversifying, you know.
Onion Man bad. Onion Man bad.
That's dude. You know how I made the BENPC Twitter account? We should make a Onion PC.
Onion Man bad.
Yeah, Onion Man bad. So
except everybody's like, no, he is bad. Fuck you, Billy.
I think we covered this a few weeks ago when this actually happened, but I didn't play the video. This is really interesting. It's the video of the teacher in Seattle freaking out about PewDiePie. Have you heard this?
Oh, I have heard of this.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch this.
Yeah, here we go.
It's that terrible.
Every time you retweet one of these things, or every time you promote this idea, you are promoting ignorance.
You think he's talking about like an actual like alt-right white nationalist, but he's talking about PewDiePie, a goofy guy that plays video games.
But didn't he platform Ben Shapiro or somebody?
Ben Shapiro is Jewish. He's not a Nazi.
Wow.
He's not a white. What? He's not a white supremacist.
The funny thing about PewDiePie too is that he's not even American, so like he's from a whole different culture that we don't really understand here, and it's lapsing over. So whenever PewDiePie does something that we don't agree with, it's like go to another country and see how they react to it over there. It's so different.
Well, this guy's not actually reacting to anything Pewds does though. This guy is reacting to what like Vox and Mike and Wall Street Journal say.
Well, yeah.
And it's Yeah, and you can see it reflected in his content. Even today's video was accidental oopsies, and it was just him browsing accidental racism on Reddit.
Genocide,
Perfect.
anti-Semitism. These are all things that you are putting forward when you are doing anything that promotes PewDiePie. So be careful about this. If someone decided to, if something were to happen, if PewDiePie were to be sued for this, you could be complicit. If you retweet it,
that's such bullshit.
That's what I hated the most too. I'm like, this guy is teaching kids, and he has like that little understanding.
You
about
could be
how,
held
like,
responsible for retweeting something. That's the most ridiculous thing I've
I
ever
heard
heard in
this
my
guy
life.
got fired for these statements. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe he shouldn't be teaching kids.
No, I don't think he
Well,
should.
not just that, but I mean, this also proves my earlier point that you can just lie on your resume about your educational background, and no one will ever check.
Oh, I believe he went. Oh no, I believe he went all the way through his education. I believe it.
I think I'm gonna redo this video. I'm gonna find a little desk and just do it about Onision. Be like, if you retweet Onision, you're complicit
you
in
pay a fine
pedophilia.
as well, because you have officially published anti-Semitic things. So
there's no fine. First of all, PewDiePie doesn't publish anti-Semitic things, but there's no fine for doing that. Actually, it's not illegal to do that.
PewDiePie made
Honestly,
jokes.
He made some sort of joke,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
Then he
He
said the
had
end
these
is wrong.
kids, like these kids in Africa or something, hold up.
Yeah, it was a Fiverr thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the joke was
And
Fiverr.
Yeah, it said, on one side it said Hitler did nothing wrong,
Something
and then
like
on the
that.
other
Or like
side it said
Keemstar.
subscribe to Keemstar. Yeah.
Keemstar, yeah. Which is, it's funny, it's edgy, it's fucked up, and because it's funny, right? It's not. He's not here saying that. Hey, you know what? Let's glorify the Holocaust.
Let's get down to.
As far as I can tell, I'm the only Jew in the room right now.
I'm 1.1%.
That was pretty
I'm
funny.
0.1% Ashkenazi. I'm an Ashkenazi Jew.
I'm 1.1%
tested.
Ashkenazi, according to a DNA test.
MedsPeds might be more Jewish than any of us because she's never been.
I'm
tested.
just glad to know my people got around a lot more than they give us credit for.
But seriously,
Billy.
though, it's not illegal. No one gets fines for publishing anti-Semitism. It's not illegal.
No.
So this
Well,
guy's
also,
full of shit.
What he's trying, I think, what he's trying to say, like, and he's wrong about this too, is he's trying to say, like, if PewDiePie gets sued, you could be caught up in that, right? Which is also not true.
Right.
None of what this idiot's saying is true, and he's teaching history. So I'm wondering, like, I would love to just audit one of his history classes. Just to see how he remembers things.
Yep.
you are republishing this stuff, you could get in trouble for it. Be very aware that that is a real thing.
That was it.
Yeah. There might be more. That's what I found and what I downloaded.
And you said he lost his job because of this?
I heard he did, but I don't know if
I
that's
heard
true.
some more. I heard. That's going to be a new segment. I heard with Billy the Fridge.
Hey, here, every time you hear me say I'm heard, clip me saying I'm heard, and then go do the footwork and put whether or not I heard right or wrong in a video.
Where do you hear it from?
The Twitterverse and the internets.
Okay.
You know me.
That's a reliable
I'm
source.
constantly reading.
The collective
I'm constantly
internet.
reading.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Conversational hearing, we sit around and we smoke a cigar.
So
we
gossip.
Talk.
Gossip told
we
you.
talk, yeah, we talk.
Listen. The only difference between gossip and actual and intelligence gathering is whether or not it's true. So
Yeah, and that's why I said I heard, because maybe it's not true, but that's what you guys can do now. The fun Drunken Peasants home game. Every time I say I heard, just clip that I heard clip and see whether or not I heard right or heard wrong.
Now you're not gonna say it anymore. That's what's gonna
Somebody in chat, just Google it and clear it up for us.
Yeah, just Google it, and then you can say Billy heard wrong. Hashtag Billy heard wrong, or
Billy heard right.
Billy's right again.
No. Billy heard
Billy
right.
heard right.
No.
Billy heard right.
Hashtag Billy heard
All
right.
right, it's on recording. Are you going to be on recording or not? It's on recording. Are you going to be on recording? Because if you're on recording, I'm opening the door.
These are the most terrifying crazy people videos.
Is he opening the door again? Or is this a new one?
I think his neighbor's coming again, and he's going to record him.
Because
Yeah.
this is like the same level of clean the room was last time.
Is this the same video?
I'm not sure. He's had varying levels of dirty of his room, and
Let's
I feel
see.
like
it looks like
I'm just gonna say, I just want to say that I think this guy's on meth.
If I open the door,
It just looks like a meth room.
To being on video. Because it's going on video on the internet if I open the door. I'm gonna count you
Maybe we
down.
did already watch this.
And if I count you down, you can
I've
stop to
never
be on
seen
video
this.
regardless.
This is
1,
magical.
2, 3, 4.
I love how I could remember exactly how messy his room was during this video. What the fuck is wrong with me?
8, 9, 10.
How about some coffee?
Alright, answer the question. What's 7 plus 7?
What's 7 plus 7?
Yeah.
14, bro.
Alright, what's 7 times 2 minus...
So he's like asking him math questions. Is this the
30
same
30
one?
times 2 minus... Oh, I was going to answer all the questions.
Yeah.
We were going to do a math
Like
test.
Yeah, this
He
guy's...
sits back down like he got him wrong. He got not a real human being. No.
I'm glad
He's
this
here
guy...
for my kidneys.
I'm glad this guy's coming back in the new Glass movie. I loved him in Split.
Split. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. This
What
guy.
is that?
This gentleman looks familiar.
Yeah. He made a video about you, Billy. Here it is.
About me?
Yep.
Hey YouTube, Dark Angel here. We've had quite a week already, starting with the 28th of January, the 29th. Not sure when the
I like this
video
guy's
was
hair.
originally live streamed.
Oh! Sorry.
Says the 29th, but it could have started the 28th and didn't finish till the 29th. So take that with a grain of salt. I have some
I will.
notes here.
We
that
don't
I'm
know
gonna
when
go
it happened.
Oh, okay.
He's got some notes here.
I'm picking up what he's putting down.
This whole
here.
thing deals with accusations against Onision.
Which this guy...
Madison-
That's where I remember him from. He has constantly badgered me on Twitter about Onision. I'll just mention him in conversation, and this guy will reply with, "Are you pedophile too, then, Billy? Are you a pedophile, Billy? In the mines of Mordor, we melt the pedophiles in the iron steel. You'll pay the magma price, Billy, for your transgressions to the children." I think it's what he said. I can't remember exactly.
By the way, this
That
is
was
like
incredible.
I don't even want to talk about Onision again after this. Like
Yeah.
we'll take a break,
Yeah,
like
y'all
a 2 or
been
3 month
talking about him
break
a lot.
Yeah.
from Onision.
Yeah.
I still just think that moment when Joe burst into the room on New Year's was magical. I'm gonna treasure that forever.
Yeah, someone should
And then-
Photoshop this guy to look like Elvis right now. Someone said he was doing the Elvis lip.
Oh,
I was-
yeah. More sugar.
I was thinking he looked like Stephen Root.
Speaking of Elvis.
I don't know who that is.
Speaking of Elvis.
You would if you look him up.
Yeah, Stephen
Hey.
Root is he played have you seen my stapler
Oh,
from Office Space?
yeah.
But speaking of Elvis, did he marry Priscilla when she was 14?
I believe she was under 18.
Oh,
when they got
I know
married.
he knew her when she was 14.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Billy the Fridge.
What's up, bud?
In Real Stream News. Now, where I
Serious
first
face.
saw this video that led me to Real Stream News was I saw it on Live Archive.
Did he say archive?
Yeah, archive. Hold on, let's see.
Is that how much he hates Onion Man, that he's putting chives in words they don't
Yeah.
belong?
I saw it on Live Archive.
Live Archive.
You know, I guess when you don't get out of your house often and have
this
conversations,
is just like extreme tism
you
right
only
here.
you only know words based on how you read them, right? Like if you never had a conversation with somebody that used the word archive, you've only ever read it, so you would only know how to say it as archive.
I saw it on Live Archive.
Saw this video that led me to Real Stream News was I saw it on Live Archive.
Is this video in 3D?
So Billy
I
and
swear
Matt-
his tongue just lashed me in the
Yeah,
face.
what? His tongue. He's like Von Helton's long lost son or something. They got a
That's
few
a good
things in
pause
common.
too. Look at that face.
I'm trying to put all this on Real
He
Stream
looks like he
News.
climbed out of a nuclear test.
They're trying to
You're
put
right.
all this on Real Stream News, and we're out of our goddamn minds. Is that where this is going?
Apparently.
Your fucking mind.
Fucking mind. Okay.
I don't know
Catch this
much
video
about
in the
real
archives.
stream news.
Okay.
He's got it. Oh, is he vaping?
I know they got some accusations against him.
Well, he's missing some teeth too.
He's a dragon.
Dude, he's
a dragon.
No, he's like a manatee. He's very manatee-ish. Honestly.
Join the Hell yeah.
He's a very keen individual.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Right, he's got my viper. Billy the French is fucking pedophile. Let me get my viper.
Yeah, live stream archive. That's this guy's first keenism. If we keep watching his videos, he keeps saying dumb shit like that. That's his keenism.
I'm on archive. Let me hit my viper.
if they're real or not. I haven't investigated them.
I haven't looked anything up, but I'm gonna talk about this shit. Billy the French fucks kids. He's a piece of shit.
I don't see too much reason to. Now, after this, I'm probably going to.
His hair makes me think he might have gone Super Saiyan at some point.
He's got kind of a JoJo perm going on. Yeah.
Something going on here.
Is that like hairsprayed like that, or do you think it's just crazy like that on its own?
I think he just wakes up looking that good.
Maybe he feverishly beats off, and when he's done, he's like, "Fuck, that was good."
This is neither me defending him nor me attacking him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now, on the Drunken Peasants live stream, they had.
It looks like he's looking through a file folder or something. Like
Oh my God,
down.
I would love if he
Now
was like a
on the
detective.
8th of December on the Drunken Peasants podcast, Billy of the Fridge said to the Nissian, "You're not a bad guy. Evidence, open and shut case."
Like he was just investigating this entire thing for years. He's like, "This is True Detective season 3."
Now the real stream news troll is in the chat. The fake real stream news account.
Madison DeCambra on there. Like I said, it was either the 28th or 29th. Not sure which. I didn't see it till like 2 days ago. So.
Okay, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You keep saying shit and then being like,
I don't really know because I didn't really look into it.
He didn't investigate yet. He has a file cabinet full of his investigations.
He said he had notes on it.
Sucking my dog.
But Billy's going on.
Look at this guy. You know he's the kind of guy who keeps files on people.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a job.
On the archive.
Talking about how people are still on Onision about making the videos judging young girls' bodies. Well, Billy, like a lot of people have said before, if he had just stuck to judging adults' bodies, none of this would have been an issue.
Well, that's the thing. I think he was planning on only judging adults' bodies, and the underage girls slip through.
Doesn't context matter to, like, it depends on how they're being judged too. If it's like, oh yeah, I love your tits, baby, you know, like that's different.
Yeah, he was just like,
right?
whether or not
Then, like, you should probably work out your stomach.
Right.
Yeah, it was like a
you know,
weight loss video, I think.
I mean, aren't there like modeling agencies where there's like underage models and their bodies get judged
100%.
by adult men?
toddlers and shit. You know.
Yeah, I
I'd say
mean,
this-
aren't there like kid beauty pageants and shit too?
100%.
With adult male judges and shit.
Do you wanna-
As long as it's not sexual, it's not a problem.
I just want everyone to take a moment and like look at that frozen face right there, and then just try and imagine what the narrative is in his mind when he's doing the judging of bodies, which you know he does a lot of.
It's like A Beautiful Mind, and he's got like this big chalkboard in his head with all the denotions of where I was evil and Onision
Someone
was
mentioned
evil.
how he has almost no forehead. Like he's almost totally lacking a forehead.
Might have to do with the hairstyle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be the hair though, but maybe not.
But of course, it's impossible for him to just judge adults' bodies and make 20 or 30 videos on it.
What?
Considering 90%
His audio keeps jumping up and down.
Keeps going into God mode.
of his audience is underage girls.
Not all.
No. After he
He's looked
finished
into
that, Madison DeCambra said, and I quote, "Were they talking about the videos he made or the stuff I know about?" Well, that's not literal. That's a shortened down version of it, because I think the literal was, were they talking about the videos he made with the underage girls about their bodies, or
That's a good
the
angle.
stuff I know about?
Yeah, people are saying his forehead moved down to his chin instead.
I think it's just an optical illusion because of how much it's sloping.
I think we have a new Gotham villain. In
People
our
are
hands.
saying that he's projecting. He has underage girls on his mind.
He might have underage girls in his basement. We don't know. We don't know. We're not going to speculate. That's not our business.
Makes it a step
Billy, of course, his response to her question is to start stuttering and then choking and saying, "Moving on."
He's got me there.
Wait.
Well, that's. But I mean, moving
on.
But the reason he said that is because it's fucking annoying that like 100 retards like you are making videos.
Yeah, this is literally why I said
And
moving
we've
on.
been talking about it for like over a week now.
Yeah, because people
And we're
like
not going
this-
to anymore after this. We are
Yeah.
done after this.
Yeah.
All because he bulldozed some damn tree. That's what triggered all this, right?
Well, partially, yeah.
I just wanted to let you know the Fremont troll made a video to you.
I do halfway though expect this guy, the way he keeps like looking over to whatever this thing he's reading off of. Just expect him to be like, "Your Honor, the case is clear. Billy the Fridge is a piece of shit."
Yep.
And then just end the video. Like, I'd almost be impressed at that point.
Your Honor!
Be like, "Well,
The evidence I've portrayed today demonstrably shows Billy Fridge is not a sweet boy.
I saw it on the archive, good
On
sir.
the archives. Let the archives know Bill Fridge is not a sweet boy.
Leon, why is that, Billy?
Why is that, Billy?
Why is it?
I almost feel like he's playing a character. Like, who?
You want it to be that.
To everybody that wants to know why I wanted to move on was so that people like this, who this guy I've dealt with before, and I think I have him blocked on Twitter. I think I've unblocked him and had to reblock him because he's obsessed.
This was the guy. There was about 100 of these guys in Saints chat last night. Mods were having fun. Yeah, no, this is this guy. You know, he's the. You know, he's crusading for truth and justice and the American way on the internet.
There are so many people that are obsessed with Onision.
Making sure you never get away with it.
They need to move on from that. Is it because Onision is your friend?
That's because Madison's my friend, and I don't want to bring her into that drama swirl of all you people. And Greg as well. I don't want her going to war with Greg over some bullshit comments that don't matter. That's why I wanted to stop. And I want everybody to know that it was not because I was trying to cover up Greg. It was because I was trying to keep Maddie out of more fucking drama, dude. And it didn't work.
trying to keep the tism at bay.
Oh, man.
But I mean, now you got this boy. Now you got this boy here on your ass, and I don't know what you're gonna do, man.
I don't know how I can outlive the Leprechaun 5.
The Leprechaun 5?
Leprechaun into Hood.
I'm sorry, but if one of my best friends was out there being a pedophile or hitting on young girls, stuff like that, I'm sure as hell not going to hide it, Bill.
Well, I mean, if he actually was, then yeah. I mean, that would be kind of hard to hide. But you haven't given any examples of how he actually was. The only thing you've mentioned so far is that he made videos judging bodies, which isn't a crime. It wasn't like
and they
it was
weren't naked.
Yeah, they weren't naked, and he wasn't making,
looking for underage bodies.
and he wasn't making like sexualized comments, as far as I know.
No. And
So-
I think the girl that was
Yeah, I
in the
thought
video,
it was more like critiquing.
Right.
Like
the girl that everyone referred to as being really young. I think she was like wearing a hoodie or something, and it wasn't like a sexualized picture. But nobody wanted to post that picture because she was, it was better to say that he was judging young girls' bodies and making you think that
didn't
it's the
feed
worst.
into the narrative.
Yeah. But I don't know. I could be wrong about that because I haven't seen the video because I don't know where to find it, and I really don't want to go look for Onision young girl bodies on Google.
Right.
You know?
Not saying that's what is going on.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. 48 minutes later.
Why didn't you start the video with that? I like how you snuck that in kind of like after all the shit you said.
But your response to her question is extremely shady, Billy. Anyway, then a few minutes later, Billy's just, going on about how people are still talking about those videos, and she tells Billy, you're not acknowledging the actual real shit he's done that does have pedophile connotations.
Do we know what the word connotations means?
You want to look it up?
Yeah, type in connotation because it describes it as comparing to something with not a literal.
Let's just, but honestly, let's say like she fucked up.
She shouldn't have put the word pedophile
if she didn't want people to react that way, then she chose some really horrible wording.
But pairing it with the word connotation is it says it's not even it's something that isn't a literal meaning. It invokes, in addition to its literal
an idea or
meaning.
feeling that a word invokes in addition to its literal or primary meaning.
Yeah, so saying pedophile connotation is saying it's beyond even its literal meaning of pedophile. It's the connotation that literally what it was that people.
I think I will listen. I mean, this is the kind of guy who will tell you how long it's going to take to get your brakes done and then be wrong. That's like your average encounter with a guy like this. I'm not expecting him to be a wordsmith. I think his petty obsession is probably a little more concerning, because if you look at the background of where he's recording from with all those brilliant angles of his lower chin, either he's like keeping the house for Mother, or Mother's not home so he can film in the dining room,
or she's dead in the
the basement.
And he's been spraying perfume on her. He's been spraying perfume on her for the last 7 years to keep the house in her name. He's cashing her checks.
She's put up in the sitting room. It's like a weekend at Bernie's kind of thing. But listen, he's not the one with the problem, Billy. You and your friends are. And he's on the internet, so you need to pay attention to him.
Mother, I'm going to the old country buffet. Shall I bring you back some
Now I'm going to skip a little bit ahead here.
He's going to downvote this video.
Because in the drunken...
Did he just say he's going to give a little kid some head?
I think he said we're going to jump a little bit ahead.
Oh.
Wow.
Breaking the chronology down for
Now
us.
I'm going to skip a little bit ahead here real quick.
Yeah.
Because in the Drunken Peasants live stream where they had Real Stream News on there, Billy asked Real Stream News, do you even know what connotations means? I do, Billy.
Sorry.
An idea or feeling that a word invokes in addition to its literal or primary meaning. So she was basically saying literal pedo activities, Billy.
Look at this.
The connotations are addition to. Not the literal.
What
it's
was
the addition
Billy's
part that she was referring
response to her this time?
This guy really is like a Coen Brothers
again
character.
and says, I don't think we need to talk about that.
He definitely didn't.
What you want?
Wait, why, Billy?
Because so people like you wouldn't harp on every fucking word.
And
we'd
Real
spend a
Stream
week and a half
News,
talking.
too.
Yeah.
But you made up with him?
The low
You guys are buddies now?
No. I talked to him because he's got a whole bunch of people that were seriously worried that I was hiding a pedophile ring, and I was like, man, let's just talk this down, because I was watching like a YouTube video of some girl responding, and she looked like she was seriously worried about some little kids that Onision had in his basement, and I'm like, this is scary. There's like dozens, if not hundreds, of people that
this is why Billy wanted to avoid the subject.
Yes, because people are stupid as fuck.
Why
Low
does
intel.
this need to be talked about? Once again, you're
Because there's
acting
nothing
very,
there.
very shady.
Oh my God, dude.
She then goes on to say there is
That heavy sigh.
legitimate shit
This is
that
the worst
has
court
gone
case.
down with underage women that
women
might not be
Underage
public
women.
info.
Yeah. That was Shiloh.
Women.
Shiloh.
Women.
Exactly, plural, because he dated
Underage
underage women that were 17
women.
years old.
This guy really doesn't want to have his lips open that much.
Yeah, I know.
Hide the no teeth.
This is why.
Why are you, Billy? You seem. I mean, I can understand like with the kind of shit the guy's saying you're upset, but I mean, here's the thing: tomorrow you get to wake up and be you, and he still has to be him.
No,
His 14 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Fuck
look
his
at how
no.
many-
Fuck his views. His views are the least of his problems.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
the plural form of woman.
I had to
Billy.
block this guy because he constantly replied to me.
Yeah, but
Constantly.
woman means not a child. Woman.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Adult human
Underage
female.
women.
It's like the definition of woman.
He doesn't know the difference.
Whoa.
How is
man.
Billy's response?
No, he wanted to point out the. He wanted to point out the plural part of the word and ignore the meaning of the word itself.
Because there are plural women that Onision dated that were like 17 years old.
He's trying to show off the
He has a
fact that he
history.
knows the difference between one and many.
I hear people use the word little girls a lot in relation to Onision, and that makes it sound like he was like doing shit with 4-year-olds or something.
Listen, I'll clarify. Like, I'm not even a fan of the guy.
Sure,
and I do
sure.
kind of find him. I find him to be fucking creepy.
I hardly know him.
But this kind of shit, like this kind of like the fact that there are like subcultures which exist about how angry people are on the internet at people.
Yep.
And then
The
but I
lynch
think to see this video and to put this kind of face to that kind of subculture or whatever, it does make a lot of sense, and it is the kind of thing like, oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that these people's lives are so pathetic. They have to focus on other people's like drama in order to feel better about
I think a lot
themselves
of
and their
people,
shitty lives.
a lot of people
Like-
do use that as an escape
Yep,
in their own lives.
I agree.
It's just it's a fact. If you care more about someone online
God.
than you do about like your own fucking problems, you might be caught in the
Well,
middle
that's why-
of a
Dude,
drama.
that's why Povich and Springer existed in the first place.
Right.
Like people like that's the thing. People love it. I don't even think it's like people are escaping bad shit in their lives with that shit as much as they're escaping like the mundane pointlessness of it.
Triggered. Do not.
I want to use that picture as like a troll profile for like a Grindr account. I think I'm gonna do that.
Oh man,
That'd be great.
That is yeah. Or what is it? Farmers only.
I just do think he's got a really nice
Christian Mingle, yeah.
he's got a really nice hair thing going here.
It really does. In fact, I kind of want to Photoshop that hair out and just use it for things. Just
looks
like,
like
you know,
a
just make everyone boss level by putting that hair on.
That's anime hair right there.
It is. I bet he's got a whole like collection of katana swords in his room upstairs.
I wonder if
All
he wants a new way to fasten his shoes for 2019.
What's this? Hold on.
Well, it's graduation time here in McCook in 2010, and I would like to talk to you about a present
Stabbing
that I was
cards.
given back in 1971 when I graduated out of Trenton High School, and that gift is still with me today. And no, it's not a knife. To be exact,
It's breaking into old Chevys.
my father had bought a shovel about the time I was adopted, which would be 1959, and he bought a used shovel
We
at
definitely
an auction.
need that.
I want to talk to y'all about the value of a shovel today.
Did you see him juggling that knife? Holy shit.
Yeah, I was waiting for
And
his
that-
dick to get cut off or something. He pulled it
I was
under his
waiting for
legs.
him. I thought it was like, I mean, I thought that was going to be like the point of it, and that was just him showing how cool he is. And he's like, now I'm just going to get into my rust bucket Chevy here, and I want to talk to y'all today about shovels. They're great things, shovels. You can move a whole lot of earth with them.
Bury a body.
Shovels
Bare
are like
body-
spoons for the earth.
You can dig the possums out the bottom of your house with these things. It's great.
Well,
No, I'm
that's what he
fascinated.
gave me for my graduation present when I graduated out of high school.
Now, some might think he was cheap, but he was a sharecropper. He didn't have much money, never did. But this old shovel, he said, throw it in your trunk and forget that you even got it until you need it. Well, I got a few.
He's definitely in a trailer park.
Oh no, he seriously is. I'm just
him.
loving.
Yeah.
I just love how crazy his dad sounds. Like you graduate, you're the first person in the family to graduate high school, son. Here, have a shovel. Put it in the trunk of your car and forget you ever had it. Like, thank you,
What a
Dad.
great graduation present. I got a car for me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm privileged.
He's probably a success by his family standards.
Well, he
so good
is.
for him.
Other gifts, some shirts.
He's got a
ties.
trunk and a shovel.
I think I got a radio, a few other gifts from people for graduation, and I assure you, none of those are still around. But this old shovel is, because you see, this old shovel has been very handy. In my time, I have dug a garden with it. My kids used it to dig in the sand pile out at the lake, make a sandcastle, if you will. Yeah, I've killed a few rattlesnakes with it when we ran into them, and nothing else was near. It's
It's
a little
a fucking
short for
awesome
that,
resume.
but I did it.
Why'd he bother going to college? This is all shit. This is all shit that give one teach in the liberal schools.
He should have just bought a shovel instead of going to college.
Yeah, that
Listen,
was his graduation gift. Was the fucking shovel? If he would have had the shovel to begin with, he wouldn't have had to go to college.
I think Ben, be honest. You found this. This is his LinkedIn profile. This is like what he made for a resume, isn't it?
Yeah, this guy auditioned to be the next peasant.
I can kill
I'm very-
rattlesnakes. I can
I'm
build
very-
sandcastles.
I can build sandcastles. I'm very studious. I've kept this shovel for over 40 years.
How do you
And it'll,
build a sandcastle with a shovel?
Well, it takes skill. You know,
I don't have that, I guess.
Well, that's why you need to enroll in his online Coursera courses. He'll teach you how to kill rattlesnakes and build sandcastles with a shovel that you forgot you had in the
I
trunk of your Chevy
decapitated
Lumina.
a Bigfoot with this shovel.
Again, it digs gardens. It helped dig this car out of
I cut off Bigfoot's head with this shovel.
a mud hole a few
Send it to that other guy.
Yep.
times. It helped
So many skills.
us dig out of a couple of snowdrifts that we got into also.
I love his
on
editing
the
skills.
sidewalk and cement, it'll chop ice. A couple
Is he
of times
selling
I
this
parked
shovel
in the
now? Is that
wrong
what this
location,
is?
And my tires were on ice and I couldn't get
How
out.
much is he selling the shovel for, Ben? $19.95?
It's like $14.95. It's like it is. You know what? It's true. When you watch like Home Shopping Network or QVC, you get people in a room talking about a product. They have to talk about it for like an hour. And they come up with all this bullshit to talk about the product to make you want to buy it. It does sound like that's what this guy's doing.
Well,
this airline neck pillow, it can also be used as it can put it around it can be a throat warmer.
Yep.
That's right. Oh, I love throat warming with this thing, don't you?
This noose tied rope can be a throat warmer.
Especially now that it's wintertime, right?
What winter?
I just wanted to see like this guy in the video, like with all these things, you can have this for the price of a Cabela's gift card. Just send it to my PO box. All shit goes right to me.
Slane Hope says you can also cook bacon and eggs over a fire with that shovel.
Oh yeah, you could.
That's not bad.
The tires could break up the ice so I could get a little rocking on the car, and I got out.
Can't you cook a meal like that on a shovel over a fire?
Yeah, you could just heat up the metal and it would fry something.
Why
on
don't we do shovel dinners? That's fucking awesome.
Because you'd have to. Okay, you know what? We'll do one, but you get to be the person who stands there and holds the shovel over the
No,
fire.
we all have our own shovel and we hold them over the fire.
Dude, you will not want to do it long enough to cook your food.
Oh man, it sounds so fun.
That's why we have stationary
some-
things that stay over the
Yeah, but you
fire.
get-
Like stoves.
Yeah, you get that isometric exercise though. I think
Just
that's what it is, right?
imagine, though.
See, exercise. Want to do it
You
now?
get yeah, I do. You get
You
your own little
liar.
like Benihana's.
You liar.
You get your little grill going, like Mongolian grill, and your shovel.
Billy says all the time, "I'm lazy, man."
I think he's coming up with a business plan now, though. It sounds like it's going to be like Billy's shovel grill, where like you get your shovel when you walk in,
world-class
and you
shovel
just fill
chef
it with
Billy
food.
gets to cook everybody's food.
No, cook
Holding
your own
the shovel.
food. I'm starting a restaurant with an open flame and a
guarantee-
shovel.
I guarantee you, eventually, there's going to be a holder for the shovel.
Because this is it. No, this is it. It's
A
all you can
shovel
eat.
rack.
It's all you can eat, but you got to cook it with your own shovel.
Oh,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, you get raw shit off a buffet. You shovel it out with your
Yeah.
shovel. You bring it up to the fire pit, and you hold it there till it's done.
Yeah, I'll even
You have to bring your own shovel though, or do they
we
provide
supply the shovel at my restaurant. It's Billy's.
Well, he's gonna buy the shovels off of this
What
guy.
could
He's
the
got
slogan
plenty of
be?
them in his
Like,
trunk of his
shovel
car.
some good shit into your mouth.
Yeah.
Like ever since my daddy gave me this shovel here for graduation, I made a collection of, which is why I had to get a second trailer.
And that's why I
And
eat
again,
Billy's
it
Shovel
was an old
Emporium.
shovel when my dad.
How about instead of eating like from a plate at a table, you just pour it all into a feed bag and strap it on their heads too?
No, because I like the idea that you
cut out the middleman.
I like
cut out the middleman.
I like the idea that you cook it with your shovel, and then like
I
maybe
like
there's a shovel holder
and
at the table.
feed
You eat
bag
from.
emporium.
The feed bag sounds gross though. The shovel is like you're doing something with your life. Like I cooked this meal in a shovel.
Oh my God.
Maybe the restaurant could be called like it could be called like Diggers, the restaurant, because
that sounds like another word.
No, because like
that's risky.
No, I'm gonna go have a nice meal at Diggers tonight.
Can someone please edit that audio for me? I know you can do it.
No, because
when I was
I really think this is a good idea.
And so to get this as a graduation present and to continue to use it up to date, it's an excellent tool.
I went to middle school with a black kid, and his nickname was Digger. Yeah.
Did he have a shovel he got from his dad?
Did he own a restaurant?
No. The only time in my life that I actually played football with like real pads on a team, I play like that. That's how I knew Digger.
Would
That
he
was
dig his
nickname.
heels in? We dig his heels in the ground
I
so
don't
they could move him when they were doing football?
No, I think he was an offensive player, so he was more like running away, trying to get away from people.
He'd like dig his way through the field of guys.
I don't think that that's how he got the nickname.
Everybody should
Who
have a
wants to
shovel
speculate?
in their trunk.
I
of
wasn't
their
around
car.
when he first got it.
Was he picking his nose
And of
one
course, you
day?
get all kinds of
Maybe.
And they
I'm
saw him
sure
digging
everyone
around in
picks
his
their
nose.
nose from time to
But they
time.
caught him digging around in his nose.
Nice one here. Always carry
I was
two.
right.
What?
Nothing. He started collecting shovels after his dad inspired this love of them, and he keeps them in the trunk of his car.
So he's a
There's always
shovel
that chance
collector.
you'll break a handle out of one. And
This is the
also,
other villain in Gotham this season.
That's a newer shovel.
wife and I
Kills
are out
everybody with
hunting
shovels.
elk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shoveler was in Mystery Men. You ever seen that
Grave
movie?
digger.
Yeah.
You dig my grave.
I think it was William H. Macy. William H.
Damn
Macy.
it.
The shovel.
The IP
Yeah, the guy
is
he
already
was
owned.
Damn. Now.
Have you ever seen that movie, Billy?
Yeah, Mystery Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like Janine Garofalo and Ben
Yeah.
Stiller.
And
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, Pee Wee
It's funny
Herman.
that we call him Pee Wee Herman with the
Raul
His
Julia.
area.
This is not his name.
Yeah.
But Kel
Paul
Mitchell
Rubens.
was in that too.
You know,
like
I-
from
I was-
Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
That just got me thinking. Okay, Super Dave Osborne. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, he
just
died. He died this week.
Yeah, but that wasn't his real name either. But I always knew him as Super Dave.
Yeah, it was this big character.
What was his name? Bob Einstein? Einstein? Something like that?
Yeah.
And he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm and shit.
Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah. He was the.
He had the voice.
He got
Funkhauser.
divorced because he was jealous that Larry got divorced.
In the
That
early
guy, yeah.
'90s, there was a Super Dave Saturday morning cartoon show
used to
on
watch it.
Fox.
Yeah.
I used to watch
Man,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, and basically his whole shtick, to anyone who wasn't familiar with him, he played a
didn't watch
daredevil
X-Men.
who would always botch his fucking
Always,
stunts
yeah.
that he would do.
Yeah. Because, like, if you ever watched a Daredevil thing, this really doesn't exist nowadays. Like,
Yeah,
it
like
used
Evil
to.
Knievel type
Yeah,
shit.
Evil Knievel was huge in the 70s. It made its way through the 80s, but you would sit here and you would watch, like,
Someone
for
died.
hours.
This dude could die.
We had
Yeah.
there was Nitro Circus for a while.
Nitro Circus was that, yeah, that was a little more, that was a little different in the way that it was like.
Well, that was
someone
like
mentioned.
Travis Pastrana when he did that Red Bull commercial where he throws his parachute out the plane and then jumps out after it after slugging a Red Bull. Yeah, like the FAA got in his ass about that.
Somebody
They're like,
mentioned
you can't
Fuji.
do that.
Fuji
was Super Dave's like stunt coordinator, a little Japanese guy.
Yeah. But the difference
That's some
between
racist shit that wouldn't go these days.
Oh, Super Dave.
the difference
That's how he
between
talks.
Nitro Circus and like Jackass, even with stunt stuff, is that they cut out all the build up for it, right? In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, the build up was the suspense because they would have like a big event that was like an hour long event, and then the jump was like a minute, tops. 10
Yeah.
seconds. But they would have this suspense built up, and you'd sit there and you'd watch. You'd be like, oh my God, he's not going to make it. He's really going to do this. Oh my God. And you would sit there and they just, yes, this jump is statistically with a 70-degree inverse. And they would just talk and talk and talk. And then finally at the end, he would do it and he would make it because it's usually safer. Unless something really fucked up happened, they wouldn't make it. But Super Dave, they took that idea and then they guaranteed that you were going to see the crash.
Yeah. He would crash every time, but it would be like a mannequin and
Yeah,
shit.
well, yeah, you could tell.
And he'd be like, "New pain,
no pain." It was the comedy aspect of it.
Yeah, and then, but oh, dude, we also have to talk about Mean Gene.
R.I.P. Mean Gene Okerlund.
So Super Dave and Mean Gene, they both died at the same age on the same day.
Yeah,
literally the same age. It's crazy.
Mean Gene looked like he aged more than Super Dave. He
Oh,
probably
because
had a little more drinking.
Mean Gene was a drunk
Yeah.
and had like liver issues and had like some kind of organ transplant.
Yeah. Same age, same day. They both had like these
monikers.
Both moniker cool nicknames.
Yeah.
Super Dave, Mean Gene. Damn. Do you think that the Heaven's WrestleMania was like one card short, and they needed to have a new battle at it?
That's cute.
Mean Gene versus Super Dave in a battle of the spectacles?
I don't think Super Dave was ever involved in wrestling. I could be wrong.
But the actual act
think so.
of stunts is like along the lines of wrestling, right? It's that white trash cinema. It's white trash.
cinema.
It's white trash fucking candy.
What is this weird shit?
Rednecks eat that shit up like they do wrestling.
This is my second attempt, but this time it was
Is this a Bubble
larger,
Boy?
on an 80-inch.
He's got a photo of a Marine on his wall.
I think that's him. Is there a boy in that bubble? Is he saving a boy?
Hopefully not.
Well,
I guess we'll find out what's going on in a moment.
Is this G-Man's new job? Holy shit. That is some of the best baldness I think I've ever seen.
The best baldness?
I love that baldness.
Because it's so thick in certain spots. It's so
Oh,
bald
my
in
God.
others.
well, my head's inside.
He's a Bune man.
Yes, it is.
He's a Bune man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is this a fetish?
Probably.
If it wasn't before, it will be now.
Somebody will jack off to this.
Why do I enjoy
How
this
much
so much?
oxygen does he have in there? Realistically, holy shit.
This guy's as round as a ball now.
That's wrestling I need now.
I think this is like an Animal Collective video.
Oh, I'm becoming trapped in the balloon. Trapped. I hate this.
I hate this.
This is terrible. Oh, I would be claustrophobic in that fucking thing.
Blasted.
Did he say blasted?
Blasted. I just hope he doesn't fart in there.
How much longer could he breathe, though? Seriously.
Well, you're supposed to pull your way out of it, right? Like, he's probably not going to live very long if he stays in there. But
Right. Yeah, he bought.
Something else I'm a little bit confused with. Hang on. Did anybody else notice like the family photos on the wall are of a black family? Nah.
What do you mean?
Whose house is he in?
It's his house.
Somebody just
Wow.
broke in there to do this.
It looks like he had a hard time getting out of there. It didn't look too easy to get out. That's scary as fuck. I would never go into a big balloon.
Does he not look black to you?
He looks like at least part black.
He looks black to me.
Yeah. It looks like there's a little black kid picture up on the wall.
Sorry,
too.
on my screen he looks like Trevor from GTA 5.
He looks like Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow.
He's just like a dad.
Just not a black dad. Why you gotta be racist?
Yeah. The family behind it's his house. The family behind him is his family, I'm sure. He's just a dad that loves to crawl into balloons. I think you might be confused because the balloon was white.
Screeching, squawking. Fuck you to all the men. I am blaming you.
My favorite segment I am woman, hear me roar. I am louder than before.
Prayer for the men.
Oh, God.
A prayer for the men who have forsaken tender things. They say, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. But this spirit is not poor.
This spirit has inherited this body, and is it not a kingdom? And so this kingdom prays for the men who have trespassed.
You all right, Nick?
Oh, sorry. No.
Are they summoning a demon or something? Is this an incantation?
It felt like something was just like, it felt like there was like a thing in my ear and it was crawling towards the center of my brain.
I feel like anyone that dresses like that, I wouldn't get along with.
They're ketchup and mustard.
Oh, you're right.
You remember what I smelled like.
The way I picked bouquets from my skin and gave them to you.
How I squeezed altar flowers from my lips and laid them at your feet. I grant you flowers.
This is an incantation.
But I also grant you
They're
garden
witches.
shears with which to cut out your own tongue.
Craft a last supper of seeds and fine sprouting in your throat in the place of pompous muscle. The legacy of all the soft living creatures you have spoiled.
Have you ever noticed the way men sprawl their bodies out in airports? But then everywhere is...
Oh, man spreading.
Yeah.
One of the biggest atrocities of human society.
This is the thing, though, right? Men are bigger than women, and they have a wedge in between their legs that splits. It needs to breathe, right?
Billy, listen.
Are we not factoring in the balls and dick in between there? Like
No.
spreading that
Just-
open helps a little bit sometimes.
Just become an MRA podcast.
MedsPeds, what do you
I
think
know.
about man spreading?
I mean, like, it makes me want to die. It's one of the toughest things to live with. I mean, every time I see a guy with his legs open, I think of all the space that could have been saved by him scooting them 2 inches closer together. It's I agree with them.
Yeah, you know,
I
like
changed
in
my mind
Saudi
about their
Arabia,
outfits.
they do like the splits to like take up as much room as they can.
That's misogyny.
That's like, yeah,
That's ultimate
patriarchy.
misogyny. Toxic masculinity. Splits is toxic masculinity. How dare you do the splits?
Take up
I
like
just
a
want
whole
this
row of
video to
seats.
end with a security guard coming up and saying like, you need to leave the bank parking lot. lady."
Airport, I guess. Cubicles. House parties. Poetry slams. All just airports.
They're like at the top of a parking garage or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But if they're in a cubicle, that's their cubicle. Like, nobody else is going to be in there with them.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Keep your
I'm just
fucking legs
surprised that there's
together
like
in
an
the cubicle.
there's an overabundance of apparently aggressive men going to their poetry slams.
All just
Fucking
another
alpha
place where the men
central.
are always claiming they have a right to our blood. When did you expect the violence this time?
How can we stay this soft for this long
And expect anyone to keep listening? They think themselves less violent.
so long as they think us holy? And when you're at my altar, do you call me a goddess?
Or am I more Magdalene? Hair of perfumed weeds and sanctified tears?
Do you remember how hard you pulled?
Do you remember how the skin creaked? Is it less violent if he shoplifts my bones in order to make me a church pew?
Makes an altar from my picture.
Light candle.
Pew.
I have no idea what they're talking about at this point.
You will know that hell is empty because all the devils are here. Shakespeare. Somebody got it.
I'm just really excited that these girls, put this little project together. Like, women need to have something to do in their free
This
time.
is only halfway done.
Really?
Yep.
In my honor, and I wonder.
What happened to taking a ceramics class?
Yeah, this is all because
What happened to joining a bowling league or something?
They started
Or taking an entire bottle of Xanax and just laying the fuck down.
Damn. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, that's not bad either.
Not a fatal amount. Not a fatal amount.
Just enough.
Have they ever
Yeah,
talked to
relax.
God? And do they think about fucking her too? Scripture says to take an eye for an eye, but I've never been in the business of
If I
gouging.
believed in God, I'd
But
want to
some
fuck
days
it.
I do wonder, if I harvest your pupils, would you bleed out all the idols you made of me?
Perhaps men make
We are
gods
the
that
Borg.
look like
You
them
will
so
be
that they can
assimilated.
feel good about
Resistance is futile.
forgiveness. Or if God was a queer femme.
This feels like an Upright Citizens Brigade sketch, to be honest with you.
Cherry.
I'm gonna move on.
If God was a queer,
No, but I mean, like, I'm sure they had a killer closing.
If God-
It's just over halfway done. It's so long.
if God was a queer femme, don't you think that more queer femmes would have power because God God set it up? Or was God punishing them for being too much like him or her?
Listen, God
Them?
made us in his image, and God had body issues, and get used to it, Billy, okay?
I
See,
honestly...
the queer femme god would want the other queer femmes to be oppressed so they could do this and complain.
I just want to see this queer femme god be a character in the next season of American Gods, you know? It's like shows up and like Odin's making it thunder and lightning, queer femme god makes everyone uncomfortable.
I think if God was fat, I might actually be religious.
How do you know he's not fat though? Was
Well,
it
I mean,
ever
even
stated
Buddha-
specifically what his weight was?
Even like the fat Buddha we see isn't the only Buddha, right? Like there's a bunch
Yeah.
of thin Buddhas too. So I'm like, what the fuck? Can't
Well,
we just have one
if he
fat
sat
god?
under a tree for 40 years, I mean, did he, like, what was his diet? I don't know.
Apples?
Apples, yeah, from the trees.
Let's watch. Oh, I know what we should watch.
Yo, safely! Let's go find this hater and put a bullet in his fucking head.
Oh, you like me now?
I'm the only critter with the good kind of fairy drama. That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Neighbor.
What happened to your mic there?
I don't know. It cut out right when I was going to say the word neighbor.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I know.
Oh, this is good.
This is like at a campground somewhere.
Yo, white people.
This looks like a campground in Ohio.
Going back to the 403.
The
What is the
403.
403?
Yeah, we gotta look this up. You think it's like Nebraska or something?
It probably is.
Let's
I know
see.
Ohio is usually, what, 614?
Yeah, where I'm from, it was 419.
419.
Yeah.
Waiting for chat to be like 403.
They've added new area codes too because population grows so much.
Going back. It's Alberta?
Oh,
is that what
yeah.
it is? That's
Ontario?
why.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it's Canadian.
Yeah. So, well, this actually kind of makes a little more sense, though, because the Canadians are, like, only slightly less self-deprecating than Jews.
What about Canadian
Don't
Jews?
fuck with me.
Don't even go there.
VIP got your girl all over me.
She got a big ass, call her Nikki.
All right, pause.
Drink.
It's like Edmonton, like southern Alberta.
That line, VIP got your girl all over me, whatever that was. That
or
was
no,
shit.
Calgary, not Edmonton.
That
Calgary.
line should have been VIP, very important. We the type of dudes get down to Tim Hortons. That'd be fucking hard. I would have given him $100 million for that.
It's on the house all night. Suck my dick like a crack pipe. Crack pipe.
Did they win you over there?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Crack pipe. Bitch, suck my dick like a crack pipe. Crack pipe. Crack pipe. Murder. Suck my dick like a crack pipe. Wrist watch, oversized collar, Rob 4J. Murder. Been dropping panties since 94. Weed knocked me on my ass. Call it Mike Tyson. Beat the pussy up. Call it Ray Rice. Drink so much Tron, smoke so much weed that you gotta turn your fog lights on to see me. An H-bomb smoking gold.
You like this part, right?
No.
Space killer, I'm a dealer, I'm a stellar, I'm a stone cold thriller, yeah. Colt 45, but who's counting? Kush got me higher than a motherfucking mountain. Body so hot, the boy melt.
Go back to the
and
crack
weed
pipe
hold
part,
me down like a
please.
seatbelt.
What?
Yeah,
I want
slam
more
liquor
crack
back so
pipe.
I'm a liquor
I think
later.
that's the hook of the song.
I know, I like that.
Someone in the chat was saying that they played this before because I remember that hook, the suck that dick like a crack pipe.
It must have been a while ago.
I think somebody else did it, right?
I'm about to cut this verse off.
Maybe
first.
so, but
Second
I-
me. VIP got your girl all over me.
She got a big ass, call her Nikki.
Drinks on the house all night.
Here we go.
Suck my dick like a crack pipe. Crack pipe. Crack pipe. Bitch, suck my dick like a crack pipe. Crack pipe. Crack pipe. Suck my dick like a crack pipe.
Smoke so many drugs, man, I'm going insane. I'm so.
So does that mean they want them to light their
Oh my
dicks on
God.
fire?
I think, yeah.
Huh.
I just when this new verse started kicking in though, for like a minute, my brain was like, "No, that can't be part of the track."
This is the big thing about crack pipes, right? Like, most people will suck dick to get the crack in their crack pipe. Crackheads
These
are
guys are cutting
notorious
out the
for sucking
middleman.
dick for crack. So if you're sucking dick to get the crack, then you must be really good at sucking dick when you hit that crack pipe. So if you're sucking my dick like it's a crack pipe, we're talking there's layers to that suckery. It's like what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Inception.
Inception.
It's the inception of blowjobs.
I thought you were going to talk about Basketball Diaries or something.
Where he sucked dick to get crack.
No, I think he got his dick sucked to get crack.
Yeah, that old
Or like
dude
heroin
sucked
or
his
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was still like the whole not gays thing in the '90s too. So they don't like he could only put up with it for so long until like he overcame his addiction to smack. Like I can't do this.
I can't do drugs anymore.
I gotta go rob somebody.
I'm tired of getting blown by dudes. I can't do drugs anymore. You know how many people would be like, "Oh, I'll do drugs if I can get a dude to blow me." There's a ton of people out there. That's straight privilege right there. Where you just get off drugs so you don't have to get your dick sucked by dudes anymore. That's straight privilege. Inappropriate. That's transphobic.
What is it?
Southside boys, Southside boys.
We ain't playing. This beat is might be copywritten.
Is it?
It's going down.
Is it already a song?
Tonight. Tonight is going down. Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, then we're moving on.
Damn. So I really thought I was gonna like this one.
Probably not.
Fuck the Claters, yeah. The lifestyle's not going anywhere.
The fuck is this?
Claters, I know that you're jealous of me.
What the
And
fuck?
that's why you wanna
Is she gonna crawl into a balloon now?
fail and go down, but I'm not gonna, cause I'm a clown and I know it's best for me. You think that you know me, but you don't. You think that you
This
know
is so
me, but
fucking
you won't.
frightening.
I love that she's wearing a
are jealous.
shirt from Hot Topic. Like this is the person that shops at Hot Topic.
I was gonna say I wasn't sure Joaquin Phoenix could pull the Joker off, but I was wrong.
Oh my god, this is the final entrant to our Gotham Season 7 Rogues Gallery.
The more you tell me to kill myself, the more videos I will make.
This is troll or not a troll, right?
I will be here until
Claters?
the end of time. You can't
That haircut is pretty dedicated. If she's a troll.
She unless she wears a wig, because like you
I
can,
used to think I was a weird person.
I would still say even if it's a wig, that's dedication. It's like you're gonna put yourself out in the world looking like that.
well, that's the thing though, because no, that's not a wig. Like when you wear a wig, your hair is like you can shave your head, right, and have a wig all the time and be fine in public. Then when you come home, you can take your wig off. This could be that she needs to shave the wig again and decided to just do a short little doop-de-doo. But now looking at it, like looking at this room, this is someone's small studio apartment. This is an adult's room.
Stop
But it hasn't grown
lunchbox, you
up.
can't stop my rhymes. I will be
is a
here.
real
I
person.
will always be here. Lunchbox will be here. Fighting clown oppression. Bitches, you wish.
Fighting clown oppression.
You clutches, you wish you could get on my level.
So
but you
claters
can't
and
clown
glitches
me,
are clown
me.
haters and bitches against clowns? Claters are clown haters?
You see, I think shit like this is actually healthy to expose people to, though, because like we still have people walking around thinking furries are weird, and it's like you have no idea what's really out there. let me show you, baby bird.
Furries are just scratching the surface.
Is this the test footage for Tessa Thompson to play the new Joker? That would make sense.
This is like this what happened. This is what. It's what you get if you let Luc Besson direct one of the Batman films. You just end up with this.
I want to know if we purposefully did the balloon guy earlier because of the matching hair. Because this is uncanny.
Balloon, son of Balloon Guy 2.
Yeah.
Son of Balloon Guy.
This is what happens. This is what happens when your dad fucks a balloon.
Are nothing but
He
the
gives
devil.
the balloon gives birth
You
to a fucking
claimers
clown.
wish that you could be like me, and that's why when you see me, you see the enemy. Lunchbox for life. Lunchables for life. Clunchbox for life. Call me that. I don't care. I will never be.
Dude, if my rap
Anyway.
name was Lunchbox and my fan base was the Lunchables, that would actually be fucking tight. I'm a little jealous of that.
Yeah, Billy the Lunchbox does have a ring to it. You missed that. You missed that boat, didn't you?
Yeah, and all my fans were the Lunchables. That's cool. Is that a menorah and a lava lamp in the background?
I see a lava lamp. Yeah, that might be a menorah.
I can't tell. I know it's a candlestick, but
Yeah.
That definitely is a lava lamp.
There's 7 candles on there, I think.
7 candles, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, pride of the community.
I'm impressed. Like, I'm not impressed by the rapping at all. It's not good at all. But
It's not?
I've successfully taken in the message that this clown rapper has tried to, this Lunchbox has tried to give off. Like, I don't agree with it. I don't follow it, but I've processed it all.
Clown lives matter, dude.
On that level alone, I think Lunchbox has to get a passing grade. Now, I'm not going to be a Lunchable, but I'm not going to knock you if you are.
Just jealous. You're just jealous of that branding now. Come on.
I am. I really am.
Billy the Lunchbox. Yeah.
You start doing that makeup. You really should. I like the drawn-on unibrow.
Should I shave my head
On
like
your
Carl Winslow?
screen, because you keep bumping me, Lunchbox for life. For Clive, I will always be.
This is the type of girl that gets hotter when she shits herself.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Did you poop? Hey, girl.
Not a Woody.
I could also say it makes her more normal. It's like she hits herself. Oh, so she lost her foam helmet. Damn.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm actually impressed by this one. For a few reasons.
Well, it's the kind of thing, this video makes you realize people like this are out there. That this world is constantly weirder than you could possibly think.
It makes me feel good about myself, though.
It is weird
Like, it
that
really
she has
does.
the same. It is weird that she has the same hair as the balloon guy.
So weird.
Yeah.
And what are clowns famous for?
They should
balloon
hook up.
animals. And that man was
I'm
a
sure they're
fucking
both single.
animal to that balloon.
Really? I mean, this one seems lovely. I'm sure she has all manner of suitors. Yeah,
If she's even into men, who knows?
MC Camper Cooler came by last week and smashed that shit. It was goddamn.
Wow.
beautiful.
Please don't refer to him as a stage name. That's her boyfriend. His name's Coleman.
I think we're about done for the night.
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna do the post show.
Hope so.
I want to go back and look at the wall behind that balloon dead, and see if her face was on the wall next to the Marine. Because you're proud of your kids, right? Obviously, the Marine's gonna have top billing, but you feel like he'd put his clown daughter up there next to him.
Artist daughter.
Yeah,
artist
his
daughter. Come on.
artist daughter.
Clown daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. This is performance art until she gets that shit tattooed like
guess
she
this is
keeps
what I
threatening
get.
every Thanksgiving.
It's just what I get for fucking balloons. One of my kids is gonna come out clown.
I found this Trump soundboard that I used.
It's not a phase, Dad.
It's not a phase, Dad. I just wish you'd get over this clown phase. Not clown phase, clown face.
4.
Trump trying to say big numbers is hilarious. Listen.
$8,737,540,000. $9,240 million.
What if Trump showed up at the doorstep of Adam Eternal? And Adam Eternal was like, do the math, and gave this big math number out to Trump, and Trump had to answer the numbers like that?
2004.
Someone needs to cut up Adam Eternal, that video, and have Trump at the door.
Don't believe the 5.6.
Nobody knows more about numbers than he does.
He's got the best numbers.
240.
Yeah. There's lots of numbers.
How many genders are there, Donald Trump? That's what someone said in chat.
Maybe 4?
See? Oh,
That was perfect.
This is a new podcast where I just ask Donald Trump questions and Ben answers with
Number
the soundboard.
questions, yeah.
I will build a great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
Ooh.
How much is it going to cost?
It's too bad that made it onto the soundboard. That one didn't hold up very well.
I know.
I'm going to make Mexico pay for it all. No, I'm going to make Americans go to work with no pay so we can have the wall.
Yep.
Oh, no. See, he's
asshole.
going to find a compromise when he's just going to, he's just actually going to figure out how much the illegals who work in construction actually do pay in tax, and then he's just going to dedicate that total sum to the wall.
You know what Trump needs to do right now to show solidarity for all the workers? He needs to take $10 million of his money, $10 million, and everybody that doesn't miss a day of work at a government job while they're not getting paid, at the end of that period, everybody goes into a pool, gets a lottery ticket.
You're the most amazing guy.
One of them wins $10 million. Because everybody will go to work. Everybody will go to work happily thinking they're going to get that lottery ticket at the end.
Well, you did see that Pence and his senior aides are actually slated to get raises and continue getting paid despite the government shutdown.
Yeah, that's always how it is. It's always how it is.
Well, when they asked Trump, would your administration be willing to forego him? He's like, that would be something we'd be willing to look at.
Not happening. The last time the government shut down, the Senate or Congress, whoever was in charge, all gave themselves raises right before the shutdown. It's fucked.
I'm just really happy with how great America is again.
Yeah, me too. So much better than it was.
It's
3 years ago.
I'm just trying to get me a shovel, a giant balloon, and a fucking clown bitch to ride or die with me. That's all I want.
Yeah. Well,
when was the last time anybody saw us beating, let's say, China?
Let's say China. Later, Clayton.
Well, how many Chinese have shovel collections in there?
We don't beat China in trade.
We don't beat China in walls.
China.
China.
I love China.
Yeah.
I don't like these Europeans. I don't like them. I'm gonna go hang out with some. I'm gonna go hang out with Kim Jong Un again. We're gonna catch a basketball game.
Japan.
Everybody, check out Wizard of Cos. Check out the YouTube Saints. Check out MedsPeds.
Yes, and we will see you guys on Tuesday.
Have a good one.
Good night, everybody.
Play it out, Ben. Play it out.
I will.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.